You live now? You live now? Oh, don't say you're live, so I don't believe you. No, just say Aki's online though. No, I'm just messing with you. Oh, Vicky, the Legend is all. Aki will help me now. You didn't change the thumbnail. You didn't change the title or anything. All right, everyone. Stream is gonna pause for a second. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Biden, creepy crawly. Yeah. Yeah. Vic, your audio is not coming through on the stream. Play the stream and you actually kind of hear your voice.
How about now?
Wagwan.
Wagwan. Wow, thank you for pointing out that I was muted on stream.
I should have said nothing and just made it like the fool.
I could come over there right now and fight you.
I would love to see Vicky. Come over here right now.
Come over here, mate. Hi, Wolfie. Welcome in.
Wagwan.
Wagwad. Hydrate. I need to hydrate, jeez. Yeah.
Oh, Discord bot finally kicked in. Finally.
Discord bot. Well, my boyfriend messaged me.
Your boyfriend?
My boyfriend messaged me.
Who's your boyfriend?
My boyfriend is Beastbird.
That's my boyfriend.
Wow, you a little thotty with the body.
Hey, yo. Anyway, it's a joke. Everyone, it's a joke.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. My sister messaged me. Okay. Just checking my messages. Hi. Oh, Aki's in here already. I was checking your messages. Ha 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 ha. Ugh.
And people that may be snoring in my background, I apologize, and if that's gonna happen, I will have to turn the volume down and whisper a bit quieter.
A whisper a bit quieter. It all seems good. Oh my gosh, Sonata, thank you. Thank you. I hope you're having a lovely day. What's creepy?
It's the fact that he's yellow with like.
Just popping in to say hope you have a nice stream.
Can't voice chat yet because I'm still in the studio, but hi. Step 1, roast the potatoes. Me, a yo mum hair. I can't read. Oh yeah, okay. So the Mabel gifts. Oh, hi.
Still up.
Yo. Oh yeah, I need to update. It's been a while since he's been in here. I can update him from Sock Puppet.
Username is a bunch of dots.
Yeah, Discord is being funny. A lot of people's usernames are just the first letter and then ellipses. It's super annoying, but whatever.
Probably to do with the big change that Discord just have with usernames and everything.
Yeah, and it's even doing that with my name. It's even doing that with my name, even though a few days ago Discord already gave me the thing where I could update my username. So I don't know.
Yeah, someone tried to add me today. I was like, why can't the way you almost not work? Because they don't exist no more.
Don't exist no more. The settings.
I changed mine a couple days ago.
Yeah, I changed mine a few days ago. Okay, where's... Okay,
yeah,
there's
I
this
saw
one.
Aki put you that used it somewhere. I don't know if it's in the staff
There we
channel.
go. Save.
Aki did say that hers got changed.
There we go. There's the real non-sock puppet version that I have there.
What my face look like that?
Ayla, let's
Why I
go.
got like a snapping turtle mouth? What?
It's adorable. I mean, I interpreted based
that's a
on your
word for it.
drawings, and I'm like, I'm gonna draw it like that and exaggerate it because I'm a cartoonist, and that's what I do is I exaggerate.
Did you base it off the little chibi version in my profile pic, or did you base it off of like the full version?
I used both as a reference.
Gotcha.
I used both references.
Should have been a... You need to redesign because I'm going for rebranding right now. To
Well,
look
I
dark.
will recolor it,
Yeah, that's what you
but
guys-
I'm not gonna redraw it.
Black hair with red streaks. You got to do that as well.
You guys want to see me? I have this cool new thing where I can open Eldritch portals on my desktop now.
Oh, Pog.
There you go. That's
There you go.
fucking awesome.
There's like so many different questions I'm trying to answer. Yes, I'm doing pretty good, thank you, Wolfie. But also stressed out because I have a convention coming up really, really fast, and I'm trying to get a bunch of art done for it. And then to answer like the Mabel gift question, so I have a bunch of different Mabel gifts, and I finally figured out how to update the alerts better, so they should work, and they should also work better. So there will be a different Mabel gift depending on the quantity of bits.
Oh,
So, yeah. I have a lot of different Mabel gifts that I've been wanting to use. I just kind of have them. And then I finally figured out how to tweak it. So there's one for 1 bit, a different gift for like 5 bits, a different for like 50 bits, etc. And it goes on and on and on. There's a lot of different Mabel gifts. So I have that updated and I have it figured out. Yay!
I have a question for chat. Does anybody own a Samsung S23 Ultra, and is it good for Genshin Impact? I'm just kidding.
I don't.
You lost me at Genshin.
I don't play Genshin Impact. I just want to know if it's a good phone. I was asking because I was watching a review earlier that's playing Genshin on it. I was like, why is this relevant to me?
She says, speak up,
Sorry.
Shane.
What you like to look like this is better for you.
Oh my gosh.
Is that good?
Oh, it's fantastic. We need to hang out when I have Wi-Fi again. I have a lot I need to tell you. Ooh, yeah. I would like to get back into like weekly.
My dad's in the room.
Yeah. I'd like to get back into weekly VR chat stuff because I miss VR chat. I will eat you, Chi.
That a threat or a promise?
I was about to say, what kind of eating we talking about?
The cannibalistic kind.
Good soup.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Shane doesn't like soup. He says it's too wet.
I don't like soup either. Soup is
0 to 10
not good.
too wet.
There are only like 5 soups maybe that I enjoy.
There are only 5 soups in total. What are you talking about?
Brother, what? What do you mean by that?
My brother.
There's vegetable soup, there's chicken soup, there's beef soup, there's, like a mixture of soups, and then there's ocean.
What do you mean by that?
What do you
ocean is
mean?
a
I don't like these implications that you're throwing out, Shane.
It
Makes me uncomfy.
makes me uncomfy.
No. Nope. Nope.
Salt.
Mm. I gotta go. I gotta go.
I gotta
I think
leave.
his entire life now.
I don't think I can be here no more.
Oh gosh.
Strap blocks me on Discord now.
Get blocked.
Nah, not only do I block you on Discord, I block you from my memory banks.
If
I
only
repress your
I
memory.
could.
I repress all my
Hi.
memories of Chain.
Oh, hello, Beast. Thank you for calling me on again. I'm sorry. I gotta stop the joke now.
Oh.
I've done this joke for 2 weeks now, and I'm stopping it right here now.
This is a running joke that has too many poor implications.
What was it like last week? I think I said an Aki stream or something. I went to see Beast in a dress, and he wasn't fair.
No, I was trying to say
So that's
like Beast would though. So it seems alright.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to hop off.
Anyway, I'm going to hop off. He found it. He found
I
it.
found the best sound bit on existence.
Wait until I get
I'm going to
16
hop
more
off. I love
points.
all you beautiful individuals, and always nice to hear all of you speak keeping ye.
Thank you.
Doesn't make coherent sense.
Bye, Wolf.
Bye, Wolfie. See you later. Take care. Do
I've
that
got something to
hydrate
keep.
thing. You're doing that hydrate thing,
Big
right?
Yoshi.
You better be doing that hydrate thing. Beast would wear a dress, no questions asked. Heck yeah, boy.
I don't, what if I don't have anything to hydrate with?
Well, then you get up from your little tushy cushy and go get some.
Now I'll just Yoshi scream instead.
No! I love you, Night Vicky, and my bestie Abby is making me. Oh, okay.
Your point.
Don't
Actually,
you
live
live in the
actually, since
sea?
You live in the sea, Zufar. You live in the sea, so you're part of the soup.
Okay, hang on. I have to.
I
have to bring up the
dislike the things that you are implying with the
You are
words
part
that you
of the
speak. I don't like this. I dislike the way he speaks.
way he speaks to
The way I
me.
speak.
Also, whoever said I live in the ocean? What's to say I'm not a freshwater merfolk?
All right, hang on.
You're still part of the soup.
I just dislike this.
He doesn't want to.
Exactly.
I love this. This is my new favorite meme.
The center of the Atlantic Ocean, like real men. The writer of every sea shanty ever channeled themselves through you to make this post.
The Earth is more of a platter of food.
I need you to send me this meme.
I will
Vicky.
send you this right away. I knew this would be right up your alley.
Craved. This is such a good joke. There's layers to this
There's
joke,
so
and
many
I love
layers.
it.
Dudes be like, I hate country music. My brother, where else are they supposed to make it? In the center of the Atlantic Ocean, like a real man. Anyway, welcome to my blog.
So, speaking of sea shanties, I have a funny story to share with y'all.
Oh yeah.
I was at work the other day, and where I currently work, I am a janitor. But speaking of unrelated, I got a new
Completely
job that I will
unrelated.
be starting soon,
Oh my.
which is fun. But my current job, I do some janitorial work, and I was cleaning bathrooms. And because cleaning bathrooms is boring and gross and annoying, I was listening to some sea shanties while I worked. I had them quiet so they wouldn't bother anybody. But I go back
I'll
out
be back
to get some
momentarily.
chemicals and stuff to clean some more of the bathrooms, and this girl comes like storming out of one of the offices, and her head whips in my direction, and she just goes, "Are you playing sea shanties?" And I went, "Yes." She went, "Oh," and then just went right back into the office. And I was so
Oh.
confused. I was like, "What? I don't." Huh?
Like, what do you make of that?
Because I
What
think
happened?
when I went and talked to her, I was like, is it bothering you? Or I just want to make sure. I just listened to it to help me like work better. She's like, no, I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I was like,
Oh yeah, one of those.
I was like, okay, that was a big reaction for a not big incident.
Yeah. Little perplexing there.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I do that too, where I'm like, it's not the noise that's bothering me. I just need to know the source of the noise, and then I'll be fine.
Well, I think another part of it was like, because it was so quiet, I think she was hallucinating. She's like, am I hearing sea shanties right now? Or what is going on?
What's going on? Absolutely, dude. Bless you. Think that was Jane?
Thanks. That was me.
Oh, okay.
Would you like a pristine Wind Waker meme?
Yes! Absolutely.
Put this in staff chat.
Dude.
Everyone, check out this kid's Doritos.
Doritos! Alright, hold up. I need Dorito action in my life. Specifically in the way where I get to like look at them in a funny way, but not be near them because I think the smell's terrible.
It's not actually Doritos. It's so much better.
Oh my I've seen this. All right, hold up. There we go. Look at this neat Doritos I got. Hey, everyone, check out this kid's Doritos. That's it. That's what I need in my life. All right, there we go. Things I would
So
ask Matt
good.
Mercer to say. Hey, everybody, check out this kid's Doritos. Yas queen. There we go. BG music not loud enough for my taste. Must bump up. It is World of Goo. OST. OST. Good to me. Boop! No. I mean, I was thinking it. I was this close to saying it too.
Are you a Star Wars person, Vicky?
I know of it. I don't care for the IP itself too much. It's like, yeah, I'll watch things on occasion.
Are you a fan of the animated Clone Wars series?
I've never watched a single episode, sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
This joke will be lost on you then, never
Darn.
mind.
I'm more familiar with, like, you know, the original trilogy, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
I would pay him to do a read of Ganondorf's dialogue from Wind Waker, actually. Yeah, like, again, Wind Waker Ganondorf is, like, my favorite still. Because, like...
Wind Waker is my favorite game of all time.
Wind Waker is so fantastic. Like, it has a genuine sense of adventure.
Also, I
It is now
love
singing time
Link in
with
Wind
Vicky
Waker
Vaughn.
because, one,
Roll the dice.
Link has no idea what's going on in Wind Waker. That poor child is so lost the entire time. Just, and the two, Link's expressions. He has so much
emotive.
character, and it's so good.
It's so cute. All right, Shane is
Look,
enslaving
Aki,
me.
I am not a one-dimensional character. I have more layers to my personality. It's just Wind Waker is a good game. It just also happens to be the one where you are on a boat.
It just happens
will
to be the
fight
one
you.
where you were traveling the Great Sea. Oh,
I hate this
my
reality.
Well, if it's any consolation, I have nothing about me that's sea-related whatsoever, but I just personally freaking love pirates. I don't know why. I just think pirates are really cool and awesome and funny.
We
and
know you pirate Nintendo games.
Shush!
Wait a
it's-
minute,
It's
wait
not
a
about
minute.
that.
Don't let him cook. Put him back in.
Put him-
Get him out the kitchen.
Put him back in the kiln. He's not finished. Alright, you scallywags. I have to roll my dice. Or I could do the fun thing where somebody names a number from 1 to 100.
47.
47.
69.
47. Let's look at 47.
No, it should be mine because I requested it.
Okay,
requested the same.
I have elected to not sing number 47 because I don't know it very well.
Lame.
Sorry, 69. Same category! 69 is also the same category of I don't know that one very well, and it's by the same artist.
Oh, get that
Sounds like excuses.
Okay, it's kind of excuses. I put them on there because my boyfriend wanted me to put them on there, and I'm like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if I sang those? I don't know them at all.
Let me give you a peek behind the curtain of singing on stream. You can just look up the lyrics
I do look up the lyrics when I do this.
and do it.
How do you know where's my guitar song?
Are they Weird Al? No, if they were Weird Al, I'd be like, let's go.
And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me,
and
and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him.
Oh gosh. Okay, because I know y'all are curious. Both songs, both 47 and 69, as it happens, are both Lady Gaga parodies of Yu-Gi-Oh! From Yu-Gi-Oh! The Original series. The numbers you guys named just happen to be those two things. And I'm like, I don't know those songs. I don't know them.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice this time. All right, heart of the cards. I mean, heart of the dice. Roll. That is a 20. And if number 20 is also a Yu-Gi-Oh one, so help me, I will
only
riot.
did this so I could redeem the fact that I can sing after.
All right, we got a normal one. Oh, thank goodness. Just gotta pull up that bad boy. Oh, look, Wind Waker OST is in my background. Crazy. How could that happen? I already forgot what I'm looking up. Oh yeah, dancing. I don't have much of a voice today. This is a terrible idea. Why would I allow this to happen? Hydrate. Everybody should be hydrating. Hubris? Who's hubris?
I can't sing after this run.
Who's hubris, Aki? I don't know.
Mine. It's always mine.
Oh, it's always you. Oh, you know what? That checks out.
Can you hear me clear?
I can hear you, Jane.
Sweet, because I turned my mic up now because I got my kick my dad out of the room.
Kick your dad out of the room. Your hubris
No,
allowed this to happen. Oh.
I respectfully asked him to leave just so I didn't bother him whilst he was sleeping because it's like nearly 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, time zones or whatever. Thing I try not to care too much about. Because I don't fit in with my own time zone. I don't fit into my time zone society. Am I right, ladies?
You call them ladies?
Yeah! Anyway, I don't have a voice.
Why do you not have a voice? You're speaking, aren't you?
Okay, like, again, I was really choking on my smoothie earlier because I put in way too many ground cloves.
You're right, I heard that,
and then now my throat is all, like, scratched up, so I don't have much of a singing voice. No.
We can hear that, sorry about that.
Alright.
My guitar, but wait, why does the B string never want to get in tune? Always with the G string. That one never wants to get in tune. Sorry, carry on, I was tuning my guitar. Carry on.
Carry on my wayward. Carry. Does it drive people nuts yet? Checking my list, checking it twice. Gonna see who's Kanati or Knice. What? Knuckles, that's right. With my knife.
Are we talking about Kniffies?
Yes, actually.
Wonderful.
Whoops. Not that one. Click on that one, please. There we go. Just want to spam things. Oh, I don't have a voice. Shane, what do you do to get voice?
My
Sacrifice.
natural groggy voice comes from the fact I'm a smoker, so I don't know.
Cause he's a
Good news,
smoker.
everyone. I'm quitting. I'm quitting smoking. So
Well,
there's that.
unless you want to devote a large chunk of your life to the development of said voice, you could always just sacrifice your soul to Satan. I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of modern pop stars do it.
No, they
Aren't
have
there-
all stream.
I was gonna say, aren't there any other deities that I could song Warlock through?
I mean, you could probably petition an old one, but you're gonna get mixed results from my understanding. That you might get a voice, you might go entirely insane, or you might just get a bagel.
I'm happy if you
Oh, I would
okay,
love
so
a
I stopped
bagel.
smoking. I'm glad someone knows I was stopping smoking. Anyway, someone graduated me on that.
Find yourself a nice archfey. I was gonna say, I think I'm accidentally inventing a backstory for like a bard/warlock mix.
I'm telling you. That's on first. Unless you like me to wait, unless you like me to go first and then you want
Yes, please go first. I want
Alright,
a little bit
I'm
more.
I'm absolutely crap at this song, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Well,
because
I think you're
really like the
fantastic,
lyrics.
so fight me.
Well, now once I finish this, I'm not going to.
Oh, go on.
I just like the way the song goes. So. I will play it anyway, so sue me.
Oh no, I'm
See if I
going to
play it
sue.
right. You're a Mary Sue.
I'm kind of a Mary Sue. What about it?
Yeah, you are.
What are you gonna do? Cancel me?
There is a this chord. I have trouble doing it sometimes, so I may pause midway just to look, which is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry if I do mess this up, but anyway. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. The midnight train is whining low. I'm so lonesome I could cry. I've never seen a night so long when time goes crawling by. The moon just went behind a cloud to hide its face and cry. You ever see a robin weep when leaves begin to die? That means he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. The silence of a fallen star lights up a purple sky. And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could cry. That was crap. Sorry about that.
No,
What?
it's
No, that was
fine.
wonderful.
I can't tell if I said that was good or wonderful or bad. I get awful.
Wonder bad.
Sorry. I tried. I'm not very good at doing the C7, which is this note. So I have to look, and it kind of messes up sometimes. My finger doesn't want to react properly.
Yeah.
I'm unused to doing it. It's one of those songs where I'm trying to play it more to learn to do that chord better. It's somewhat like D minor, which is this one. I got better at doing that over playing songs. So I did it actually on stream once when I wasn't very good at doing it. Also, my hand hurts like hell now.
Yeah.
All right, Vicky, your turn.
Oh, frick, you're right. Okay.
I made another one. I'll show one a bit more.
I know. I got. Oh my gosh, I still have so many. Like, I can feel the tickle of the ground cloves in the back of my throat. It's rough, man. But I'll be sure not to cinnamon challenge up my smoothie next time. Except it wasn't cinnamon challenge; it was ground cloves, which are very tasty. I love the flavor and stuff, but I put in way too many. It's kind of a problem. Additional millionth hydrate.
Go for it.
All right, I'll try to make this one like not too painful for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
I gotta turn on the ooh woo. I gotta.
I believe in you. If you do it very well, I'll read you a Bible passage.
Oh, sweet. What if I don't do it well?
I read you the worst Bible passage in the worst American accent I could do.
Jesus wept. Like that?
No,
I did it. Oh, okay.
All right, I want to know that everyone else is hydrating too.
I have no drink, so I can't. Unless I want to drink this flat Coke, which I don't really fancy doing.
Ew.
Exactly. Do you see why I don't want to hydrate?
Nasty.
Nicely. That's nasty.
Give Jesus a break. His best friend just died. Oh.
Don't do this to me.
What do you mean his best friend just died? What is going on? What's this joke I'm not informed in?
Well, in the context of the passage.
Oh, my hands are oily now.
Your hands are oily?
Okay, so beat back guitars strings is that the ones I get, they're oiled, so you can like do this easier. But I've basically worn out the oil on the strings, so they sound like crap now.
Crap. You have to pop that P.
Crap.
Thank you.
You gotta pop that P for me, baby.
What you could do one point is, because the thing is, the string goes out via your end, right? Mm-hmm. So all you have to do basically is I have to play a song, keep in time with the chords, and I can sing along with it. And you guys just basically match my singing. It may throw me off slightly, but what I can do is I can mute you, and then you should be able to hear it through the stream, and it should sound fine to me.
Like I'd like to do like musical collabs of some sort, but like there's gonna be latency with even Discord, so it's not
so here's the thing.
super functional.
I thought about this. Let me look at first of all, let me have a look at the ping. Yeah, we got 144 millisecond ping. If it's less than 10, any more than 10 milliseconds, it will be noticeable. But the thing is, here's the thing. Okay, so you can get a DAW, which basically a DAW, which stands for something. I pop in stream just see. So. Basically, as a current on a DAW is basically we can make music. I can like play and you can sing, and we'll just have to match up basically where it is. I just have to keep in time with the song. It just will have to be pre-recorded, basically. But then we can show it and stream it.
Yeah, I understand. I'm saying it would have to be pre-recorded, which is a little sad, but it would be doable. What other stuff are people sending in the staff chat? Hold up. Don't worry, memes. Dinner's on me tonight. Are those Legos?
Those are Legos.
Oh my gosh.
It's like if you ever played Lego Star Wars or any of those like Lego games, and the Lego bits are money. So in Lego terms, that man is loaded. That man is loaded.
Oh. Well, now I want to make that sort of template for like all sorts of things. Like if you're playing Lords of Waterdeep and it's just full of small cubes. Board game stuff. Extremely disrespectful. Pikachu, kill him.
I love that image. I got sent that image the other day, and it just makes me die laughing every time I see it.
Well, now I have to do two. Because Ellie got me. Okay, I have to do two. All right, let's get this one out of the way. And then I'll roll dice for the next one, all right?
How about we do it? We're taking turns. If the sing comes up, I'll sing first, then you get time to warm up your voice, and then this way, I'll play another song after this, and then you can sing another song.
You already sang a song. I have to go. I have to quit stalling because I'm legit stalling right now.
Let me explain clearly what I just meant.
Yes.
I sung a song, now you sing a song. For the second redeem, I'll sing a song, then you sing another song.
I mean, sure, why not?
Okay. Gives you time to warm up your voice, like preparation. Every time. Alright, go for it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Get up on the floor, dancing all night long. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing. All the time, my baby, you're on my mind. And I don't know why yet, but the feeling is fine. Can't you see, honey, you are for me. Oh, we were meant to be. Dancing in the moonlight, dancing as the stars so bright. Holding you till the sunrise, sleeping until the midnight. Get up on the floor, dancing dancing all night long. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing. Dancing is what you do. Dancing's what think of you. Dancing's what makes me soul. Dancing's what makes me whole. Dancing is what you do. Dancing's what I think of you. Dancing what clear my soul. Dancing's what makes me whole.
There you go. I'm keeping that one short. I can't.
Are you a Ricardo meme?
What?
The same song from the Ricardo meme, dude.
No, we don't. We don't talk about that.
That is no. Do you remember that Hogwarts Legacy video that I showed you?
Oh, I've watched that video like 18 times. Are you kidding me, bro?
Oh my dancing, dancing.
Dancing. Oh, that's what it reminds you of? Oh, okay, I got you. Dancing.
Right, next song, yeah? Right.
Yes.
I really need to make a list of what songs I can sing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have a comprehensive list, as you know.
I don't want to do Why Don't Women Like Me?
Ooh,
The old
baby.
song by Keith told me that's so good, but it's a bit rude, so I can't. Oh well, life goes on.
It's a little crass.
I'll do the Littlest Hobo song. How about that?
Yeah, it's whatever, man.
Yeah, it's the Littlest Hobo. I wish you get your voice prepped for the next song. Can you hear that clearly?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I got probably my foot up on the chair because my leg is shaking. That's what was causing the racket near my voice.
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
There's a voice keeps on calling me down the road. That's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end, where a new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat and we'll travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat and we'll travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow the whole world is my home. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there, we've paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roam. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat and we'll travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roam. There you go.
I'm hobo style. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm singing very different sounding songs than I used to, aren't I? My old songs are much more. I mean, that I'm so long as my cry was a bit down, but I sing a lot more upbeat songs nowadays. I'm in a better mood.
Because I'm a bad influence.
How's that bad influence being positive?
I'm just making fun of like your dad earlier was like, oh, she's a bad influence.
No, it's not about him. She said, I said that I'm weird, and he went, I'm blaming Vicky.
I'm blaming Vicky. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that blame. Let's go. Let's go.
I can sing a sad song if you want to hear it.
I mean, it's whatever, man.
Mate.
Mate. Smartman. Delicious Smartman.
My dad is a smart man. My dad actually is, like, subjectively quite intelligent. If you see IQ as anything of intelligence or anything like that, he actually has above average IQ, like quite above average IQ.
And IQ just measures like one facet of many, many, many different facets of a brain. I know. IQs are kind of useless.
I know. I'm aware of this. But if we are going by IQ standards, he is actually quite. What do we learn? He is actually quite intelligent. Well, my dad is also in other ways intelligent as well. He's a very he's owned several he's like when he was like 21 he owned a business. Like that was different back then. But he's having to own his own business as well, which Vicky's hopefully going to be helping out with on the stream. So if you're in the UK and in the East Midlands area, you need work doing, which is like nobody on stream. Message me, I'll hook you up with a really good joiner or carpenter if that makes it easier to understand.
You know what? I've never been able to understand the difference between carpentry and engineering and masonry. Like, I don't. Those are all kind of like the same thing to me.
Woodwork, engineering is. Second wire boy posted.
Ooh, okay, I'll look in a sec here.
So
I'm just hydrating like a crap ton today because my throat has got that freaking tickle. You got a picture. You got a picture of me.
So, to quickly tell you, by the way, masonry is working with bricks, engineering is working with metal, and carpentry is working with wood. My dad does what's called joinery, though, which is a bit of construction and bit of household woodwork sort of thing. Like he's really good on like a lathe and that sort of thing. You like that thing that spins wood around.
Oh yeah, I've used a lathe before. Fun.
He is amazing at it.
Ooh,
he has like 8 of them as well.
Oh, why do you need so many lathes?
I asked him the same question. He was like, I just like them.
I just like them. I just think they're neat.
He is also like selling some of them.
99 Alley.
Alley.
Thank you for tuning in, bruh. Yeah. Oh, hecky. Okay.
A young cowboy named Billy Joe grew restless on the farm. Boy filled with wanderlust who really meant no harm. Changed his clothes and shined his boots and combed his dark hair down. Mother cried as he walked out. Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town. He laughed and kissed his mom and said, "You're Billy Joe's a man. I can shoot as quick and straight as anybody can. But I wouldn't shoot without a cause, I'd gun nobody down." She cried again as he rode away. Don't take guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town. He sang a song as on he rode, his guns hung at his hips. He rode into a cattle town, a smile upon his lips. He stopped and walked into a bar and laid his money down. But his mother's words echoed again. Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town. He drank his first strong liquor, then to calm his shaking hand, and tried to tell himself at last he had become a man. A dusty cowpoke at his side began to laugh him down, and he heard again his mother's words. Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town. over raising, Billy Joe reached for his gun to draw. The stranger drew his gun and fired before he even saw. As Billy Joe fell to the floor, the crowd all gathered around. I wondered at his final words. Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town. Now what did we learn?
Now what did we learn? That if you get in a fight, someone's gonna get hurt.
Yep.
So just don't get in a fight. It's bad.
Don't take guns to town.
No, you can still do that.
America.
America. You got it, son. It's all about America.
The point is, it's the same country if I want to go choose down.
It's fine. Seems right.
Man, I got another like 2 weeks to wait till my payment comes in. I'm gonna get a lump sum of cash soon. It's gonna be great. I like a lot.
It's
I'm not
gonna be
meeting
great.
I have a lot of things I gotta buy. Oh. I wish I had someone to love me. Beast never responded to me. I called Hun back. He never responded.
Womp.
This joke is continuing apparently. So I was gonna end it right then and there.
You did you? Well, diddly darn. I'm just I'm just now remembering that Beast and I on our VR chat date the other night we went to a really cool, fun puzzle world.
Beast is cheating on me. What?
Yeah, he's oh, the things I want to say right now, but I can't.
DM them to me right now, Dave.
I will DM it to you right now. Exactly what I want to say. Exactly, and I gotta make sure I'm not sending it to Laughlin because he's the top of my DMs. This would be really embarrassing to send to Laughlin's. There we go.
Yeah, I freaking knew it.
Yeah, you knew it. You just know what I want to say.
I don't know why I was supposed to sense myself, but that was amazing. I'm getting better.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Amity Blight. I will now at this point get a reference.
You still haven't sung your second song, by the way.
What?
You still haven't sung your second song.
You sang the second song.
I know. I sang a second song, but you got to sing a second song.
Oh, is that how this works?
Yep.
Yep. You have to say it with a hard P.
Yep.
Thank you.
But I also sung 2, but I'll give you 1 for free.
Okay, so I still have to do my initial redeems anyway.
Yeah.
Well, heck. Alright, rolling the dice. That is a 75.
Look up at the sky, what meets my eye. It's so difficult. There's so many different chords here. I gotta do a B minor, a D flat, B, E minor, A, B minor, C, D minor, G, and F. I can do most of those chords, but not all of them.
Well, first of all, I'm glad you're learning, because that's one of my favorite songs of all time. Also, I'll just sing that song right now if you want me to.
Right. Up at the sky, what meets my eyes. I can't do B very well. Can I just sit by while the world dies? Starship idling nearby, is it my time? That sounds like crap. I just turn the clock there clockwise towards the sunrise.
I mean, do you want me to sing that one?
I'm trying my best.
Do you want me to do it, though?
I hear a voice in the back of my head screaming, this is suicide. Did you hear what I said? But it fades in enough with the rest of the light and sound. I'm on my way out, lift off. The firestorm ignites last thoughts of a light by candlelight. Inside the speeding satellite. Halfway between the black and gray is no place for a life to waste away. I'll take the road with all the stays. I've tried. All right, there was an attempt at least made. Okay, we acknowledge that there was an attempt made. The chorus wasn't bad. I liked the chorus. I sounded pretty right doing that part.
Yeah, you were getting it really
I can't do the
good.
chords properly. I can't do the rhythm chords properly.
I
tried. There was an attempt at least made.
I suffer. Why is there like not any good references of Amity in this outfit?
Why would there be?
This is like her basic outfit.
Don't question what that was, by the way. Do not question what that was.
Why are there not
I'm
good
trying to
references?
B is one of the hardest chords to do. I'm literally twisting my wrist around it. It's killing me. That's not going to come out right.
Okay, I'll copy this one. This is like the best one for some reason.
Oh, that's D flat go. Oh my god, what am I looking at right now? How? How is that possible? It's basically a C, really complicated. It doesn't work. This is not going to work. My fingers are not designed to do bar chords because I have short fingers and I have arthritis.
I got short little fingers. Though I found that out myself too when I was trying to learn chords. I'm like, wait, I got little baby hands and I can't reach the notes. It's really hard.
Sounds pretty good, actually. I'm not going to be able to do this correctly. I'm sorry, I failed you all.
I found you, mother.
I'm trying my best, right? Can we at least know I'm trying my best here?
Yeah, you're doing great, baby.
You continue the song? I don't want to continue the song, but I'll give it a go. So maybe I could do B minus 7 though. That's the problem. I can't really do a B chord. I'm gonna do A sharp. Today, so many moons away, I safely say that my heart's true calling was never betrayed. How the hell am I do B minor? Not B minor, B flat. I don't know how I'm gonna do for the flat. It's confusing as well because they mess it up with the like how they do the bloody things. So yeah, that made no sense.
I sort of understood that.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, that might be easier for me to do if I transpose it by 3. So I transpose by listening to K-pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So let's try this then. This may sound really weird now, by the way.
Yes.
When I look, that's not gonna work.
Oh, that sounds incorrect.
Yeah, it is because the songs don't transpose correctly, but there's no other versions of this damn song.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on, this might work. This is another version, but I don't know if it will work. Do I need K-pop for this? No. Oh yeah, I forgot the pre-chorus doesn't actually have any chords, does it? It's kind of silence. Well, we'll give some chords to it. I'll just tap.
Tappa tappa tappa.
When I look up at the sky that meets my eyes. I hate this. I hate that I'm crap at guitar playing. Yes, I'm going to bully myself now.
Oh, dearie me.
It just... The problem is, I can't do bar chords because my useless hand, I could cut it off and replace it with a mechanical one.
If only.
I'll do it as soon as technology is there. I am requesting my hand gets cut off and replaced. So so I can play the guitar.
For that cyberpunk future, baby.
The thing is, think about it. If I had a cybernetic hand that was programmed to do any chords at the thought of one, it would not fail.
That's kind of a good point.
My hand is problematic because it's weak.
I got weak little baby ankles.
I have arthritis in the ankles, so there is that too. I I was never made to be a guitar player. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was ad-libbing that. Let's show the band. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it came from the heart, you know? Like
came from the heart. Let me just leave it on. Vicky used to be RPG.
What did you say about me and Opera GX?
It needs to be Opera GX's VTuber. It's my petition song. Falling. They say power can influence the people.
You know what? I do want to say part of the application was tell us 3 VTubers you know that would recommend you. I'm pretty sure
you put me down, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure I listed you. I think I listed you, Aki, and I have no idea who I would have put for the third, to be honest. I don't remember.
I'm gonna apply for Opera GX and get it. Just kidding, I won't.
Bruh. It's not like a ticket and you could just pass it over to me. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I know. I applied on behalf of Vicky twice.
Twice. Made an additional account.
Yeah. You're called Chain Break.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I'm my own grandpa.
What?
It's a song called I'm My Own Grandpa.
Oh, of course.
Now, many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as can be. This widow had a grown-up daughter, and my father fell in love with her, and soon they two were wed. I unclipped my mic when I did that. This made my dad my son-in-law and changed my very life.
Okay, are you Marilyn Manson? Like, quit making out with the microphone. Oh, gee, I wonder why.
I saw my microphone was like this. Bro, don't worry, after it's second. Okay, for context, anyone who doesn't know about that, it's from a YouTube video by a guy called Mithy Mew playing the Elden Ring co-op Seamless Call Randomizer. Go watch it. It's funny as hell.
It's really
and
good.
if you don't, I will crap in your bed.
He'll do it. I've seen him do it.
What do you mean you've seen me do? What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Idiot says huh?
Musician says what?
Musician says what? What are you talking about, Vicky Violet? Oh, hang on, wait. It's the Vicky Violet show!
I mean, in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of like a podcast, sort of. I still think we should do a podcast, but I don't know what the hell we'll talk about.
I mean, we can just come up with subjects and then go from there.
Right, podcast, yeah. Everyone put comments, messages in what we should do as Georgie, go to my Twitch channel, everyone. Underneath my about section, there is a suggestions page. Go in there and put in what you think we should do for a podcast.
There you
So
go.
you have it as well, Vicky.
What? Oh yeah, I also have a suggestion box underneath. I also have.
I'll go put it
You know
into
what?
Vicky's...
Never mind. I don't have anything.
What?
I don't have anything whatsoever.
You have a suggestion box.
Mm-hmm. I have a suggestion box and nothing else. Nothing else whatsoever.
It's pending approval because you actually have to approve it, I think.
Wait, I have to approve the suggestion.
Yeah, got them. It's so good as well.
Not to my knowledge, but.
Well, it is pending approval. I don't think I got
approval.
approved.
Oh, review permissions. Authorize.
Just look at my. Yes, you got it done. You did it. Look at the suggestion box. Look at my suggestion.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh the page because I probably have to refresh the page in order to see it.
Just look at it.
Obviously, Coconut Mall needs to be louder. Yeah. There we go. Let's look at the suggestion box. There we go. Oh. Well, I see how it is.
Do you want to read to everyone in the chat what the suggestion box is now?
Good, idiot.
I'll just be me. You're a pretty good Elden Ring player when you actually managed to dodge.
Yes, I am actually. Haha, I did the fire giant with the help of somebody online. Not even.
You need to help your brother who's finished the game like loads of times.
Okay, so yeah, on the vanilla file that my brother and I've been doing, we've been having trouble with bosses, and we're like, what are we doing wrong? And after like so many tries of frustration and stuff, we'll be like, let's try somebody online, and then we'll do it in like the single try with whoever rando we get online. It's like, what?
I'll be right back. I got like a massive dump. I'll be right back.
I await your return. Obviously, Coconut Mall's going straight up. Coconut Mall's over already. So sad. Greetings, fellow Vic. Greetings, traveler.
I'm just doing a little bit of Amity action. Oh yeah, just kind of fixing the sketch. And then when the sketch is done, I will not be doing the lighter. I will be going on to another drawing, of which I did finish the lighter, and then I will be coloring that one. Huh. Yes, Vic, what is it? Person who's saying my name twice.
I don't know what I've become. Today is the anniversary of my escape from the womb. Oh, yeah. I meant to, like, say something, because I happened to notice that your Discord status had, like, birthday cake emojis and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I should say happy birthday. But then Chain distracted me, so happy birthday. Chain is currently AFK, so he doesn't hear me sassing him. It's boats. Hello, welcome in, traveler. Hello, it's been a while. I'm doing some art. I've got an anime convention coming up really, really soon, and I have a bunch of art I'm trying to finish. Let's see, that looks... Yay, baby!
Hey.
Hi. Hi.
How are you?
Hi. I like you.
Hi. Oh, I like you. How are you doing?
Existing. While I do some art.
It's
You know, just the usual. Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm good.
SoccerCon? Oh, yeah, I wish.
No, SoccerCon's like way over.
Yeah, SoccerCon was like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vicus of Violence. Violescence. Oh, okay, that's gonna be my parody of Evanescence, gotcha. Let's go. I went like 10 years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really wanted to go this year, but things came up. But hopefully I'll be able to attend next year. What I'm going to in the immediate future is Anime Oasis in Boise, Idaho. So if you would like to say hi or even buy some of my art, that would be pretty pog. Mostly the saying hi part, like, I mean, that's extra bonus points if you also like buy some of my buttons or something, but you don't have to do that. You can just say hi.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't have anything else interesting to say. It's like, yeah, I'm going to a convention and I miss doing Artist Alley. It's super fun to me. I really want to get back into it. I have the convention bloodlust because COVID like destroyed so many of my convention plans from a couple years back, and I've been the big sad, and I want to get back into it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get back into it.
Yeah.
I Addison, what are you doing way out in the middle of nowhere here?
I still can't believe that Addison cosplay. Holy crap, dude.
That was a good Addison
That is
cosplay.
incredible that somebody put that together in a few weeks. Holy crap.
Alright, but I actually cannot believe that Addison is actually way out in this particular neck of the woods.
I mean, he was in the snowy area without a jacket.
Well, you probably eat some spicy food.
I guess. He's probably eating spicy food. Y'all serious right now? Go get a jacket, Addison. Like, he's standing out there for long periods of time. You expect him to let go of the great Hudson just to drink a smoothie? He ain't gonna do that.
Addison is a Hudson cosplayer is all he is.
Yeah, he's kind of a Hudson cosplayer, which I didn't notice before, but I'm like, oh gosh dang it.
Yeah, it took me a moment to
I'm like
put two and two together.
I'm like, who in the world is that like dedicated to their job? I don't
No one, not to.
No, like no one.
Hey,
Cosplay your boss on a daily basis?
Yeah, do you cosplay your boss?
I'm my own boss.
Fair enough.
I'm technically self-employed.
Yeah.
I mean, should I start cosplaying Jeff Bezos?
No, her own RPGX.
Dude, I would cosplay Opera GX Chan. I would absolutely do that. Mostly I just want to cosplay Iron Mouse, but like I don't have a cosplay budget, so. But I'd really like to cosplay Iron Mouse.
I was gonna make a really mean comment then.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's just the norm for you, isn't it?
Hey, don't call me out. She said a mean comment to me as well earlier.
I forget what I said. I know I said something real sassy earlier, but I really don't remember what it was.
I put my comment I was going to say to you in there, now we're even, okay?
Okay. Go ahead.
Alright, I put it in our chat, go check out chat.
In the staff chat, or?
No, our chat, our personal DMs.
Oh, okay, our personal DMs, okay. Because I know there was some sass. Oh, so it's going to be like that, huh? I see.
I mean, mine didn't say anything bad. Do you want to read out what I put?
Not thick enough. Unbelievable. Can you believe that this is the harassment I deal with on a daily basis? Oh gosh.
I was going to be really creepy, Ellen.
You know what? I'm not gonna say the thing I was thinking about saying. I'm just gonna not.
You're the better woman.
Anyway, I have to tinkle because I've been hydrating so much. So, James, you were the babysitter. You're in charge.
What?
Shane is not in charge.
Honestly, every cuss word was from a mile away. Oh, flip a guest. Anyway, how you doing, James?
I'm actually quite exhausted today.
Oh dear, no, good. Have you been a long day at work or something?
I don't know what it is, I'm just tired.
Oh yeah, it is 2:30 AM though, so for me, so I get why I would be tired. So how did this come out you cosplaying as your boss anyway?
What?
How did it come around that someone's cosplaying as their boss?
Sorry, one more time. I am not picking up anything.
How did the conversation come around to somebody is cosplaying as their boss?
It's because there was a cosplay of a Zelda character, but then I realized that this character is just cosplaying their own boss. He's dressed up exactly like him.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's how it came to that.
on the topic of bosses and stuff like that, I would like to point out this is going to really out of nowhere, but it's kind of relevant. The stupidity of Megatron turning into a handgun in the Gen 1 version of Transformers and being preferred to be shot by his second in command, a guy who actively hates his job, hates him and wants his job. This would be like imagine you had a wheelbarrow race annually and you chose to be the wheelbarrow and you were always like to be wheelbarrowed by the guy who actively hates you, said he would kill you and want your job. That's what it is like. I'm doing my TED talk. Good night.
Nice.
It's true though, eh?
Yeah.
I've been waiting to hold that in for a relevant time to talk about it for years, and I finally got the chance. Yes, and Vicky wasn't even here. Oh, that's a shame. I got to repeat it. I'm just kidding on one actually. She missed it. Tough tatas. By the way, B, you didn't hear my comment earlier about the dress, did you?
The dress?
Yeah,
No,
you didn't hear my comment. Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
Now it sounds like I should hear it.
Okay, so Aki's last stream, she was drawing us all in. I think you were meant to be Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
And we were all like members of the the Tea Party. So I was the Mad Hatter. I think Introvert was the Cheshire Cat.
Right.
Pyro was the little mouse. Vicky was the hare. Gothu was the White Rabbit, and I can't remember who was. I think it was Kami was the caterpillar.
Okay.
Anyway, I jokingly said out off comment, "Oh yeah, I'd love to see Beast addressed," and I was like, "Wait a second, this sounds really bad." After like a few minutes ago, I told him I loved him. It just all sort of culminated in a really bad timing, like of events that happened. I don't think before I speak most of the time, so that's my problem. Anyway, it was for the sake of comedy, and it was a good joke, so, you know,
Yeah,
I don't keep on this joke.
I don't care. Freaking,
dress.
my little Discord guy is all dressed up in a dress anyways, so I don't care.
I always thought he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt for some reason. I never noticed until now.
No,
No,
it's a
dead
Corona
seriously.
cosplay.
I thought he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt with like a white a yellow jacket over it. Like seriously, that's all I always thought until I just now looked at it and you pointed it out. It wasn't.
No, it's a Corona cosplay.
Oh, so
Corona's
what I'm hearing
my
is you would be getting a dress. Okay, I'll stop.
Freaking, I want my first like real life cosplay to be Corona.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the road trip idea I had, by the way? I was talking to Aki about the road trip idea the other day. Did she ever mention that to you?
Oh, the road trip idea? No.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Basically, in a few years, when I get my full motorbike license, I plan to come to the US for a road trip.
Okay.
And I have invited you, Aki, and Vicky along with me, if you would be up for it.
It kind of depends on a lot of things.
Yeah, that's
Mainly
fine.
finances.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm also worried about my finances too. What's the problem with all my medication stuff? But I'm planning to basically doing one trip to the end and then back again. So that's basically my idea.
Yeah.
I think we talked. Aki was like looking at like renting an RV, and I was like, that's way more expensive than just buying one.
Yeah.
Vicky, welcome back.
Hi.
Especially for that long.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to like see some sites like that. We're talking about the road trip idea I had with Aki.
Oh.
Hey yo, the Space Dream Squad road trip. Let's go. We're going to the US. We're going on tour.
No, we should go on tour in Europe.
In Europe?
Yeah, because I want to go to Europe.
I don't recognize.
I'd
Alright,
say
fair
Japan myself. Because I am a weeb.
You know what, honey? The first step is admitting it.
I like the roads in Germany. The train system in Germany is also very good.
Admitted it for years now.
I mean, when you say road in Germany, I assume you mean the Autobahn and nothing else.
The Autobahn. Okay, I'm gonna see.
We're gonna take an RV of all things on the Autobahn.
I'm gonna just show you a picture of the roads in Germany.
Germany is a nicer place.
Germany, okay? It's the road in Germany. Just any road. I'm just taking a picture of a road in Germany, okay? I'm gonna put it in the staff chat.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go outside and take a picture of the road next to me. No, I'm actually not going to because it's dark as hell outside. But
Oh yeah, because it's like 2 in the morning for you. So
yeah, if it was like 2 hours later, I'd take the road.
That is a lovely looking drive.
Yeah.
Very, very foresty, very windy, very natural.
Yeah. Most of the roads in my country look like. Most of the roads dead serious right now. This is what most of the roads in my country.
All right, let me take a look. Because most of the roads. Oh, yep, potholes.
Well, pothole and road, yeah. And it's ridiculous. Romans built roads that still lasted 2,000 years, and we got engineers, and the roads last no years. Oh, they lost count. Sorry, 0.
0. Rip.
I'm down to do a trip. We could go from like the bottom of the UK to the top, and no, we go from the top of the UK to the bottom. I'd ride up my bike to the top of Scotland, and then we'd meet at Scotland, and then do a road trip round down to Cornwall, then to the east side, and then we head into Europe. We take a ferry into Europe. Actually, probably be easier for me to get to Europe than to. I don't think I need a visa to get into Europe. I think I need a visa to get into the US, which is stupid because you can visit here for like free. Well, not free, but you gotta pay for the plane bill. You don't have a visa.
I was gonna say we still have to like figure out how to do it. Get a passport so we can leave the country at all.
Yeah, but you don't actually need a. You do not need a visa to get here, but I need a visa to go there, which is stupid.
I barely know what that means.
I have to get permission to come to your country. You don't.
You know what? I would counter rebuttal that, but the answer is I actually don't know. So I don't know anything about it.
No, you don't. I've had so many American partners by now. I know this stuff. It sounds really bad. That makes me like a man person who sleeps with a lot of people. Anyway,
a loose man.
A loose man, but I'm not a loose man.
It makes you sound like a loose man.
Yeah, but I'm not.
A womanizer.
Womanizer, womanizer.
The American women love the accent. What can I say?
I mean, I'm just reaffirming to you that it's true. So, just letting you know. By the way,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Vicky. I know you like me, but I'm afraid I'm off the beach, not you. I'm kidding. It's fine. I told me sorry. Great, by the way.
That's what I'm trying to give you advice that like you have a cheating card. Not that type of cheating.
You have a life hack.
A life hack. Thank you, James. A little bit of a life hack when it comes to wooing American women. I'm just saying.
I love the way you use the word wooing.
Yeah. What do you want me to say? Courting? I can say that.
The British accent works in every other like country except in the Britain, because
romancing.
Romancing
the ladies. Making a friend, and then by the time the next day comes out, I'm gone again.
Yeah, where are the white women at? Leonard,
oh wait, well, no.
Leonard, there are no white women here.
What?
According to Community. Like, the more I think about Community, the more I'm like, oh my gosh, Chain would love this.
Probably. I need to watch Community. It's actually on my watch
Everyone
list.
would love Community. If my mom can love Community, everyone can love Community.
Yay!
That's a really rude question. Then I was like, I'm stuck up or something.
No, she's just
doesn't like shows.
Yeah, just everybody's different.
That's like it. That's.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to sound rude when I said it, but I was like, that sounds rude.
No, it's fine.
Let's go with
it. It's just a question.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, what's your mom? She's stuck up like freaking all these other women in my life.
First of all, I do not sound like an American white girl. Second of all,
Disco girl.
I'd kill me saying that. I'd kill me, Jesus.
Disco girl coming through. Ooh, that girl.
Speaking of Jesus, Speaking of Jesus, Vicky, have you ever heard about the Megatron from Transformers Generation 1?
What are you even saying right now?
Okay. I had a rant whilst you were gone about Megatron from the Transformers Generation 1, where he turns into a handgun. I don't know if you know about that. Basically, he turns into a handgun and gets shot by Starscream. Shot as a gun by Starscream. The problem with that is that Starscream actively hates him and wants his job as the leader of the Decepticons. Now, my problem with that is, compare it this way. Imagine that you...
What is this conversation?
Imagine that you are basically you work as a boss, and you like have an annual wheelbarrow race, and you like to be the wheelbarrow, and you like to be wheelbarrowed by the guy who actively hates you and wants your job. I say he would kill you for it.
This sounds like a really weird innuendo.
No innuendo. This is generally what it's like. I kid you not. Go watch Transformers Generation 1 right now.
Why would I go watch anything Transformers? I don't like mecha. Sue me.
Not mecha. It's not mecha, because mecha is something you get into.
This is also an innuendo. I'll leave. I'll leave.
Don't look up Transformers art on Twitter.
Don't look up anything on Twitter. It is mental illness over there.
I went on Twitter for like 2 days the other day, for 10 minutes the other day, and the amount of art I saw,
like the absolute brain rot that you received from the experience, right?
The amount of art of Tears of the Kingdom. I'm gonna Pura P-U-R-A-H. No, from Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, moving on.
Twitter, hell site, derogatory. Tumblr, hell site, affectionate.
True.
It's true. It's a fact. It's a fact, my bro.
Hi, Ernest, by the way, I heard you pop in a few minutes ago. How's it going?
Your mic's not on, by the way, brother. Brother. Gotta turn on your mic, brother.
My brother in Christ, turn on your microphone.
Or maybe he just has it off on purpose.
No, I think I can vaguely hear him from the other room, so he's trying to speak.
Wagwa.
I don't think that you're hearing him. I think you're hallucinating hearing his voice.
Oh, okay. Thanks for gaslighting me.
No problem.
Hello?
There we go.
Hello.
I hear you.
There we go.
Pog.
I hear doubles.
Oh yeah, you have an echo.
Yeah, I was wondering if resetting Discord's settings would prevent echo, because I thought it would like filter that out because it's got smart tech, but apparently not. So let me go find headphones.
Yeah, or like the noise suppression settings, which I'm not really good at
I thought
adjusting.
by
But
default it would have noise suppression settings.
But of course it doesn't. Thanks, Discord. Oh ho ho.
Do I want to hit standard? It's already on crisp.
Yeah, I was on Chris.
Yeah, Chain
Crisp is
knows it
good?
better.
Yeah.
All right, what else do I do?
Make sure that your audio's if the
Actually, it sounds good
automatic
right
noise-
now.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
hearing
does
an
sound good
echo.
right now.
They said they were.
No, I don't hear it no more. Don't mess with it.
It was,
Do
but
not-
now it's
Look,
better.
with anything in technology, if it works, don't touch it.
Yeah,
Fair
that's true.
Okay. I like to walk around my room and sort through magic cards while I talk, and I can't really do that with headphones on.
Yeah, you
so-
can't do that with headphones. So I'm like, there should just be a noise suppressor on Discord. It's on there somewhere. There we go. Yeah, you sound good. It's fine.
Cool.
I mean,
Pod.
there is a gate on Discord.
There's a gate.
Yeah.
What kind of gate?
The gatekeeping
that
kind.
allows you to-
Gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss.
The gate that like allows you to only transmit sound when you're over a certain threshold.
Yeah. The sensitivity.
Not the gatekeeping that Vicky was talking about.
What?
No, this isn't freaking. I can't think of any gatekeeping communities.
Oh.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, this isn't Dark Souls.
Ouch.
Soul-like. Star Wars. D&D.
Did you say D&D?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a
Literally
community that's
anything
gatekeepy.
Magic the Gathering. I'm trying to trigger everyone in the call right now.
The owl. That one hurts.
The biggest
That one
gatekeeper.
hurts to joke about. Not gonna lie.
Why it hurts. Why do I have to pay tax? Screw you, government.
Amen. First of all,
Taxation is theft.
taxation is theft. Taxation is theft.
Yeah, why do I have to pay to live?
Does this work if I type Yoshi by itself? I forget.
Yasho.
Yasho. Nope. I have to type
Variation is
exclamation
the
point
Lord
Yoshi.
Wonder.
No crap.
Oh,
Oh,
also,
wait. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, okay. I apparently don't have those. You have to type exclamation point tax. That's what it is. There it is.
speaking of Yoshi,
Yes.
Yoshi, 'cause
so,
you're the odd application, but
like
yes.
about 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
I lost the Yoshi charm, and I felt really bad
Oh,
about it, and I
no.
didn't say anything, because I was just gonna like sneakily buy one while I was at the convention.
Uh-huh.
But then I just at work I was just walking, like watching my step, because like I always do that, and then I just saw the Yoshi charm just on the ground.
Whoa.
Yeah, just
Okay.
in the sawdust. He was just sitting there waiting for me.
Now
Aw.
he's just sitting there.
You
He
gotta,
was.
You gotta
He
keep that
literally
good
was
boy.
just sitting there.
He was just kind of vibing.
Yeah. But
Why
he was
we-
just
Cute
sitting
little
there.
vibe.
I mean,
I was like,
I'm glad you found him.
I'm so
Yeah,
glad
me
you
too.
found it. Good.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I found it.
It's a Yoshi charm.
it's Fat Yoshi.
It's big Yoshi.
And they made
Mario
Who's
RPG.
that? Yeah, they made, like,
I was at I don't remember which convention I bought it from, but yeah, there was a booth that primarily sold just big Yoshi charms and stickers and stuff. They had other things, but I was really fixated on the big Yoshi, and I bought one for myself, and then I bought another one for James because I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it's big Yoshi. He's big. Where's my big Yoshi alert? There it is.
Big
Yoshi.
But yeah, yeah, I just found him there.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and they like traveled around selling those charms.
It traveled. I mean, like last
travel around
year
like
when my
that.
sister and I thoroughly cleaned out her car, like thoroughly, like got every nook and cranny, like under the seats, getting out all of the garbage that hides who knows where and thrives, you know, just thoroughly cleaning out that car. When we did that, we found not one but two charms that we had. Like one charm was mine that went missing, and one charm was hers that went missing. And they were both like just hidden in the depths under the garbage inside her car. And we got those. So
nice.
yeah, one, clean your car. Two, there's too many crannies, nooks and crannies in vehicles where things get lost easily. Like, oh, you dropped something and now stuff like that important item that you want is trapped under the sharp, jagged gears and wires and who knows what else that's under the car seat. This is a design flaw. It needs to be fixed. I'm going to say this. I'm going to speak my mind. This is a flaw. It needs to be fixed. Like more so than the plot hole that cars don't come with trash cans. Like that's pretty confusing. Like why not?
Say more so than the plot holes in the movie Cars.
Don't point out the plot holes in the movie Cars.
Don't hurt me this way because I will take that thought and run with it. And make everyone's day worse.
Sorry, I didn't need to make you think about the movie Cars.
Carbs.
Carbs.
First of all, you're fantastic. I will run with it.
Vicky, the literal child. You know me, the literal child.
I mean, first step is admitting it.
Yeah, the literal child.
What?
What?
Huh?
Idiot says what?
What are you saying in my presence?
Cringe.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
Exactly.
Exactly. Good.
After all, why shouldn't I post cringe?
After all, why not? Why shouldn't I post cringe? Clickety clack, don't talk back.
Can you be click hacking?
Yes, I can.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because I didn't turn my thing back on yet, so you can like every movement I make, huh? That's concerning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her earrings are triangles. I keep forgetting that.
Her earrings are tortilla chips.
Thank you.
Tina.
Fish heads on legs. Nope, nope,
Nope,
nope.
nope, 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 nope. Thank you, JonTron. You are a blessing. He really exists, not gonna lie.
He is one of the YouTubers of all time.
Oh my gosh, yes. Let's see. That's probably good. Okay, now I will put Amity away.
Will you though?
Yes. I am putting Amity away. We're gonna relook at my original sketch for Lilith. See how crummy it is. Compared to BAM! The line art. The line art that I did off camera. And now we can color Lilith. By we, I mean me.
Yeah.
Nobody else is helping.
I can help though if you want.
Yeah, come on over.
Emotional support.
Yeah,
It's too far of a drive for tonight, but
maybe another
tell
night.
you what colors to put where.
Oh, sweet.
I blanked out for like 2 minutes. What?
Alright, why don't you make your hair kind of like dark?
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
Just make her hair very Lilith-like.
Make it a little more Lilith-like.
Make a little.
Duh. I think I'm broken. Oh gosh.
Are you broken or are you forspoken?
Don't talk to me.
She is the token woman of the group.
What did you effing say to me?
Hey, oh, be careful. We're live. We could get bad rep, dude.
I'm gonna ban each and every one of you for your
Didn't do
transgression.
anything.
Yeah.
You existed as a man in her presence.
Some sins can never be forgiven.
Sexist.
Oh, James knows exactly what I'm referencing.
I did not want my gentry. Gosh, I didn't think that I had the courage with the thought. I'm sorry. I'll shut the F up. I didn't swear. I did not swear. Cut myself off. Didn't swear.
Alright. I need to modify Expando Frando for like...
I just keep thinking about the way the good place censors swears.
It's very silly and stupid and
silly.
what were they thinking, but like, it's charming in
She's
its
like-
own way.
He's like, why can't I say fork? You guys know I'm trying to say fork and not fork, right?
It's so stupid, I love it.
It's really funny.
I do like that kind of censorship where they're just like really stupid with it.
They're very stupid with it, I
It's
promise.
a very brain rot show.
That show is brain rot, not gonna lie.
Yay.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, the Molduga theme is so good.
Your face is so good, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah! I'm gonna put on my sweater just because the tablecloth is tickling my arm.
Nice.
Could be worse.
Okay, what am I doing?
Have fun though.
You're my friend now.
Okay, what am I freaking doing? Okay, I am... Whoa.
What's your opinion of you're my friend now?
You're my friend now.
We're having some tacos later.
It's so miraculous.
I'm miraculous.
I know.
Oh.
Oh. Let's see. Let's do this one.
It's bad that I started generally feeling bad about all the bullying I do at least. Like, I'm gonna feel really guilty about it all. It's trying to get to me.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, this kind of sounds like bullying.
I'm taking the mic.
Don't worry, boys. He's taking the mic. Whatever that means. I keep forgetting.
It's taking the P.
Lines of P.
Lies of P. Yeah, taking the Lies of P.
Lie or die.
Lie or die is the
How are
death
you
screen,
enjoying
apparently.
Lies of P, by the way? Ernest?
It's fun. I haven't
think the
beat
comments
first/only boss yet because I don't know how much farther it goes.
Wait, which one? You mean the
The only boss that I know of.
Oh, the circus dude.
Yeah, big fat like Dimmy Dome hat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if it's me. I personally feel like the this is not me making excuses. I know I am bad, just generally bad as well. But I do feel like the comeback could use a little bit more time in the oven. I think it's a bit clunky, like unresponsive, like.
Yeah,
And the iframes could do some work too.
Yeah, I think the iframes are fine. Like I think it feels like almost there. Like it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty there, but it's not. I also don't like the fact that I
feels
can't roll.
better. Like it feels better than what is that game called? Mortal Shell. I think
The
it feels
stone
better
one?
than Mortal Shell. I think it feels
It does
better
feel
than,
better than that. Yeah, my
I
own
think
problem
it
is
feels
that
better than
it doesn't have a
Vampire Dark
roll.
Souls, whatever that game's called.
Vampire Dark. Do you mean Vampire?
No, Bandai Namco actually published a game where like the graphics are very anime and you play as like vampires, and it has Dark Souls combat. It feels really clunky. There's a playable demo out for it.
Oh.
It came out a couple years ago now, I think. But it's got a silly character creator where you can like take like cylinders and orbs and cubes and other shapes like that and just kind of attach them anywhere on your character in any formation, so you already know where that's going.
Oh, 110%. A bogus.
So that, I mean, the character creator is funny at least.
But is it just like Street Fighter 6?
Street Fighter 6 is like, it enables the worst abominations I've ever seen in a character creator.
Which is
Probably.
excellent. It's exactly what we wanted.
The only thing that comes close is like the WWE wrestling game.
Oh yeah. I've
You
seen
can
that
make
one.
some pretty awful things in that. Yeah, another Dark Souls fan game that I think feels really floaty and weird is Dark Souls 2.
Dish it out.
I am gonna dish it out. I will say Lies of P feels better than Dark Souls 2, so it's got that going on for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically,
Honestly,
Dark Souls 2 is kind of not worth your time.
Yeah, I mean, Lies of P is based heavily on Bloodborne, and it feels really, really close to Bloodborne, in my opinion. Like the way that you do like a side step when you're locked on instead of a roll, but you still
I
have
had a
iframes.
theory as to why I don't like Lies of P as much, and I think it has to do with the fact that it is like Bloodborne. Contrary to popular opinion, I don't like Bloodborne. Sue me, I
I
don't.
think Bloodborne has a lot of little problems that all stack up and equal kind of an annoying experience overall.
To be fair, I think the reason why I don't like Bloodborne, I could never go far in it, and it's not because I'm bad. I lost direction, and I don't know where the hell I was meant to go.
You
Plus,
can
we're
get
talking, like-
lost in the starting area, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You
where I
can
got
get
lost.
lost
and
before you're able to level your character.
Yeah.
You have to you actually have to see the first boss, or any boss rather, before your character is allowed to start leveling up. Which means you have to die to it because there's no homeward bone.
Ugh. Homeward bone, 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 bone. Bone, 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 bone.
I mean, okay. So I guess you could do the trick you do in Elden Ring, because Elden Ring doesn't have homeward bone either. You can just run into the boss fight, press start the game, and then you'll respawn outside the boss door, and you'll still have your little bit of madness or whatever they call it, insight. You'll have a little bit of insight from having looked at the boss, and then you can go back to the starting area.
Oh.
Level your characters without actually dying. Not that you're really supposed to grind levels before you can level. As soon as the game starts, you need to run past everything and go to the boss. You can start leveling.
That sounds ridiculous.
it's not really welcoming to newbies at all. No.
Yeah.
I understand also that Elden Ring is one of the easier like Souls-likes that From
Yeah.
Software has made.
The game doesn't
But I
really
do
have
like
like
it.
runbacks either up until like towards the end game where me and Vicky are at, where there's runbacks all the time.
Do you believe though that Melania is the most difficult boss that From Software has ever created?
Maybe if it weren't for the fact that in Elden Ring, by the time you're at Melania, you can make like a devastatingly OP build by that stage of the game. So it kind of negates a lot of the challenge of Melania by the time you're there. If Melania was earlier in the game, then yeah, absolutely. It's just the fact that like Elden Ring is one of the games where you can become the most overpowered machines the world has ever seen, like more so than you can do in like any of the Souls games. You can get really, really OP in Elden Ring if you know how.
Yeah.
So, like, when I fought Melania the first time, I think I killed her on like my 9th try or something, because I was like Rivers of Blood, Mimic Tear, and a dude who also has Rivers of Blood.
And a dude. As in, like, you got a partner?
No, like summon in Mimic Tear so that we both have Rivers of Blood.
Yep.
And then
okay.
And the try that I killed her on, like me and my Mimic Tear actually synchronized corpse pilers at the same time, and it like killed her first phase in like a matter of seconds.
That sounds absolutely nuts, bro.
Yeah, of course they've nerfed Rivers of Blood a lot since then, but you can just make other OP builds.
Yeah, there's other OP builds that have since
Basically,
replaced it.
What I'm trying to say is that it's hard to rank Melania's difficulty when you can become so OP at that stage of the game. There's so many variables.
So what would you say is the hardest From Software boss then?
Probably it's got to be Sword of Saint Ishin from Sekiro. He's so hard.
Okay, is that the final boss?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna bring that one up because I remember distinctly you were stuck on that boss for weeks. And like I would come into your room and I'm like, "Are you winning, son?"
Yeah, the story goes like this. I would practice against Ishin for a couple hours a day for about 2 weeks straight, and then I gave up. And then, which is weird because I normally never give up. Like he was ridiculous. Okay. And anyway, I gave it about a year, maybe a little less than a year, and I came back to it. I just like started a new game at the beginning so that I could like warm up a bit more, like play through the whole game again. And then when I got to Ishin this time, I think it still took me like several days to beat him, but I looked up strategy videos on like, you know, what kind of dodges to do in response to what tells and all that stuff, and I studied it, and then I got good, and then I did it. But like, that was probably the most work and effort I've ever had to put into beating a FromSoft boss ever by a lot. It's like not close.
Yeah. Like I remember, I'm like, oh, this looks rough.
It might just be a me problem too, because I've talked to my friends that said they like beat him in like a day, and I'm like, okay.
It could be that you're more used to the other Souls likes, and then like
could be that Souls likes are messing with my habits, sure. Like,
well, each one's like has something that makes it different. It's like Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Like,
in Sekiro, I never had much of a problem with just deflecting everything and not trying to dodge because I know the dodge sucks.
The one thing that so I'd like to tell you my story about Sekiro. I never beat it, but it's probably besides Elden Ring is my favorite from Souls like. So the funny thing about me and Sekiro, we have a fun history. I bought it back on the PS4 and I played it like religiously for like 2 days, and then like I never got past this boss, and eventually I defeat this boss, and I died to these guys on the rooftops that threw crap at you. And I never played it again for like 2 years. And then if you like, this is like the funny part when we were talking about the Sekiro multiplayer, when we tried to get that to work. I mentioned I hadn't played it since like 2019 or something like that. Anyway, the reason why is because I rebought it on PC, and then I played it for 4 hours, and I got to the same point without dying once, and I went up to the same rooftops, got shot down by archers, and never touched it again. Until we tried to play Sekiro multiplayer recently.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of exactly what part of the game you mean.
Do you know like on the stairs where there's like the bunch of guys and then there's the mini boss? And then you've got the roofs above past that point. There's like a bunch of archers.
Yeah, is it just like a regular samurai, and you can get up on the roof real high, either the left or the right, and jump down and assassinate him?
Yeah, like his first bar down. Yeah, I would do the tactic of basically being the coward and throwing stuff at the little dudes and killing them first, then running off, and then just waiting until they like de-aggroed, and then just come back and assassinate the guy once.
Yeah, there's definitely some really frustrating parts of that game where like Shozu the drunkard, whatever his name is, where he has so many flippin' extra enemies all around him, and
those are the pain. That was the problem. But besides that, he's easy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like he just has so many ads. Like you could painstakingly like lure each one out one at a time and kill them, and then eventually sneak behind Jozu and then do assassinate his first health bar, and then if you still mess up, you got to do it all again. So it's just like, man.
Yeah. No, my second time playing on when I was on PC, I think for the extra frames probably did help a bit. I had the reaction speed of a god. I would literally be able to do it so easy. I defeated the bull, like the bull that was like everyone was complaining about when the game came out.
I remember the bull.
Really hard.
The bull, yeah.
The second time I defeated him, when I defeated him on PC, I did it first try.
Yeah,
I was so used to his attacks. He made me rage quit when I first played it, but then the second time I played it on PC, I flew for it easily. It was easy as heck.
I can beat the bull in just a couple of tries usually. You just kind of like run really tight circles around him, and it's kind of
if I ever stream again, lads, next stream, Sekiro. Before I get out of the game, before I die and rage quit.
Yeah, so you may know that there's a mod for Sekiro where they kind of like give the bosses new moves and stuff, and kind of buff the bosses.
As if it's not hard enough.
Yeah. You may know that is a mod. Anyway, I was watching somebody on YouTube do like a stream highlights of that, and he got to the Raging Bull, right? And he beats it like pretty easily, and he's like, wait a minute, they nerf the Raging Bull? It's like, this is a mod that makes all the bosses harder, and they still thought that the bull was literal bull. And they nerfed it.
Oh
That's
man.
Like super funny to me.
The irony.
The trick to him is don't run out of attacks. Literally deflect them. Deflect his attacks, and he will go down super easy.
Oh, I didn't even think you could deflect his stuff.
Yeah, you can. Like, that's the trick. That is. Well, I knew Furnace didn't.
It was basically just run tight circles around him, and then every so often you can like punish his attacks.
No. When he does the down when he pushes down, and then when he pulls up, deflect, and he will parry his attack. And then he also run away and then do it again and again and again until.
Okay, yeah, I would just like every so often I would interrupt his attacks with the fireworks and then get free hits in off of that.
Fireworks do help during the second phase when he has like the flaming horns, but besides that, it's easy.
Oh, I forgot he had phases even.
Yeah, it's like the first phase where he just charges you, and then the second phase where he has the flaming horns, which do damage too if you're not careful.
Are we still talking about the bull?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
How is it that I know more about this boss than Ernest does? No offense.
I haven't played that game in a while. Like I said, I didn't spend a ton of time. I didn't spend a ton of time on the bull. Like, you just run tight circles around him and spam fireworks every so often. You can get him.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I just think my method did it in like a minute.
I mean, your method is probably better. I just, like, I don't know.
No, that's fine, yeah.
Just generally, when you see beast-type enemies, it's not a type of enemy that you're going to deflect. You have to deal with
yeah. I like to think of the charging ogre, the chained ogre.
The chained ogre.
That is the most hated, I think, enemy in that game.
It's, well, I mean, whatever gets the title Noob Killer. The skill check.
Yeah.
When I went back to it, I defeated him first try with no problems. Seriously, when I went back to it, I defeated him first try, no problems.
Yeah. I think on my second playthrough, I beat him pretty quickly, and then I was doing like a third one where I was like showing Vicky the game, and she like handed the controller over to me to go beat Chained Ogre for her, and then he killed me like 7 times in a row. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He's not supposed to be that hard.
I'm like, am I crazy or is this stupidly hard? And you're like, no, baby, it's fine. And then you couldn't get through it either, and I'm like, okay, what's happening?
I don't know. I just maybe just choking. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
This could be like a mood thing
I'm
of
still
the
making
day.
my
but...
way through my way through my solo Elden Ring game.
Circular.
Don't know how far I got.
How are you?
Yeah, how far are you?
Castle Rampart.
Castle. Trying to remember where that castle is.
I think that's the one at the bottom. It's Castle Height. I'm at. Sorry, I ain't got very
Castle.
far.
Where is it?
It's in Mistwood.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like the beginning of the game.
Okay.
The joke basically here is that I haven't actually gotten very far at all.
Oh, rip.
I didn't attempt to mark it. My rules are I can summon, but I cannot summon cooperators. That is my one rule. I cannot summon cooperators, but I'm allowed to use any other method I find.
Okay. So you're
So choosing the game is allowed.
You're allowing yourself to use NPCs and ashes. Is that correct?
Yes, but no other player summons.
Okay, but no humans.
Yeah.
Just stuff that the game itself is providing for you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Land
That
will provide for you.
So before anyone says that something is cheating, they let me do it in the game, so it's not cheating. Screw
Yeah,
you.
that's what I say. Like, if they give you Solaire, you can summon Solaire, even if Solaire isn't very good.
Yeah, NPCs usually aren't that great. But it's fun to have them around anyway because they're my friends.
Roger does pretty good. Roger does pretty good at the market fight. He's good at least tanking hits for a while.
Yeah, most NPC summons are like really bad, but sometimes they put in work.
Sometimes they lift their own weight.
Like Maneater Mildred can take out like 90% of Wayleg's health, like by herself.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Without you doing anything. Iron Tarkus.
Iron
Blythe is pretty good
Tarkus.
with Darrell.
Iron Tarkus can
Blythe's
solo
pretty
the
good with
Iron
Darrell.
Golem completely.
Blythe is pretty good with Darrell, because otherwise he's going to attack you constantly. You got enough time to take breaks between his attacks. But with Blythe, you can get good hits in.
Yeah. You ever see the Spirit Ashes of the Black Knife Tiche?
I have not know.
Okay, because I when I was new to that summon, I like pulled him out against Godfrey, and I didn't even know Godfrey's moveset or anything yet. I was like pretty new to the Godfrey fight too. I was like just testing it out, and I was just kind of watching his moves and seeing what I can get away with. Tiche just sat there and soloed him. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I won't fight this boss. I'll
tell you the stupidest summon is the Mimic tier, and I'll tell you why. It's really good, but it's the lowest IQ one. I tell you why. And I don't know if Vicky remembers this. When we played, and I summoned in the Mimic tier at one point, he knocked the enemy off and proceeded to jump after him down into this hole that was no return.
Yep.
I just saw the health bar instantly disappear. I was like, what are you doing, you absolute idiot?
What are you doing?
What it lacks in IQ points, it makes up for in having like 50 times bigger of an HP pool than you for some reason.
Rip.
So it can just sit there and tank hits with its face anyway, while also like being just as strong as you.
Ayo!
And yeah.
Aya!
You okay, bud? Did you have a stroke? What's that?
I have a stroke every day. Par for the course.
Anyway.
Ooh, art stream.
Arting! Woo! Yeah!
No, we're playing Elden Ring.
We're playing
just
Elden
taking
Ring.
a break.
Womp. What the heck is happening over here? What the frick?
Well, BRB.
Okay, I see what's happening here.
Okay.
He's bjarbing. He's bjarbing all over those guys.
How dare you beer all over those guys, introvert? Like, how dare you?
How dare ye?
Also, where are you going on vacation to?
I am going up to Idaho to visit some family, and I'm also going to be going to an anime convention, and I'm trying to finish some art for the convention.
Yo,
That's what I'm
take
doing right
pictures, please.
Oh, yeah, of course I'll take pictures. I mean, I'm not one for taking pictures much at conventions anymore, but like, yeah, I also kind of miss
I
it.
request it.
Okay, we have a specific request. We must honor it. It's the rules.
Yeah, just the rules, because that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. What the hecky is all this?
So is that gonna be like your new like art style from now on, like having that texture over it?
No, it's not gonna be a from now on thing. It's just I do experimental things with my art all the time, and I've just had some regrets with the ways I've done previous series of like characters for buttons and stuff, where like I tried too hard to make it look like the original, and it just looks so dead and sad when I do it that way. And I'm like, no.
Well, I'm only asking because I thought it looks pretty cool the way you're doing it.
Yeah, like, it's a... Oh, yeah, there's a personal favorite art piece of mine I did in a similar style years ago. Let me go bring it up because I really like it, even though it's several, like, maybe
I forgot to mention this, by the way.
almost a decade old. Let me go find it.
Quickly, also I remember this. I forgot to mention it before when I came back from the going party, like literally an hour ago now. I had to kick a cat out the room. Not literally kick a cat, but I mean like I had to move. The cat snuck into the room whilst I was opening the door, and I had to take it back out again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got to go to my profile. I'll just pull this over here. See, does it look better if I have it on browser? Nope. Actually, I know why it's doing that. Sort of. Why is it doing that?
The wag is one.
This one? Okay, how about this one? Yeah, that one's better. Okay, that looks clean. Okay. Okay, my DeviantArt close. I don't care. I don't care about cookies, DeviantArt, please. Gallery.
You like cookies?
Cookies are delicious, but digital cookies freaking suck and I don't like them.
Digital cookies?
Digital
they
cookies.
They taste too much like computers. They taste too much like computers or CDs.
Let's see, Finart.
There are too many bites in them.
Too many bites of them? Oh my gosh, okay.
A bite of 87?
A bite 87!
That's a bite of 87?
Get my pony folder. There it
Too
is.
many bites and too many bugs.
Boop. Okay, so this art piece I did a long time ago. I still really like how this one came out, but I just kind of invented the style of like there's this flat thing underneath and then it's got like this textured mesh on top so you can kind of see the color behind it. And then I also did like minimal line art for this, where it's like, oh, I have some line art to emphasize the contours of like the legs and the face and stuff so you can like see the details and what's going on, but there's not line art everywhere. And then I did like soft shading with like the texture. Like this one was just really fun to do. I'm still really proud of how this one looks. And this one was for Denotive. So musician Denotive, I made this piece after one of his songs. And then I printed 2 copies so I could get one signed by him. And then the other one was a gift for him. I was like, here you go. And he's like, oh, it's got my lyrics on it. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, take
Yeah,
your
I was
pick.
there for
Take your
that.
pick as which one you want and which one you want to sign.
Yeah.
Pick one.
And then the piece I got signed, I also got it signed by the Living Tombstone while I was at it because the Living Tombstone did a remix of this song. So I was like, you know what?
Nice.
I just have a signature from both of them on the same print. But yeah, I'm like, I'm still like really proud of this piece. I'm like, oh, why does this look so good? When did I upload this? Are you ready? 2014. This is almost a decade old. But yeah, this is just kind of an art style choice I invented. I'm like, I just want to experiment with like this texture thing. I haven't seen anybody else do stuff like this. And I just kind of went for it. And I'm like, yeah, and that's how it is. And that's it. There you go. There's
That's my story.
And that's my story. Bloop.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I just like texture brushes. It's fun. Part of the idea with like,
look like
yeah.
as if you were to color with chalk.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like coloring with chalk. So like, burp. So yeah, basically like you've got underneath where it's like this flat color, and then you have the color on top where it's got like the texture so you can see the color behind it. And yeah, it's just kind of like a thing I invented. I mean, I'm sure other people do it. I just don't know anybody else who does that. I was just being weird. I'm just being weird.
I think Ina does that.
Like I know I follow some other artists that definitely do texture stuff, but I doubt they use the same method at all.
I think Ina does it.
Ina?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
You ever
actually,
thought
while I'm thinking
about-
about it, I want to go find the artist in question. And I remember their username. So it should be easy enough to find them. Their name is Nah on DeviantArt. NNA.
You ever-
Let me look up some Nah art. I'm having a hard time finding it. Okay, hang on. What was it that I typed by colon? That's usually the trick. Oh, and there's pony stuff. Sweet. I seem to remember she did some pony stuff. I'm trying to find a good example of the artwork. Okay, this is probably good. And I gotta, like, not show DeviantArt because DeviantArt tends to have questionable things, and lo and behold, there was something questionable on screen, so it's a good thing I kept it to myself.
Oh boy, is it Sonic inflation art?
No, what?
You know what?
Whoa.
Close enough.
What? Are you gonna send
It's
me?
usually what's on the
Okay.
front page.
No, don't send it to Chain. No.
Send it to me. Actually, I'm genuinely
Alright.
curious. No, I'm seriously curious.
Okay, so yeah, here's an
Fine.
example of her art where it's like
here.
very textured, and I love the way she does the lines where it's got minimal
Aki!
line art. Aki!
Hello.
Here's my Sonic inflation. I'm just kidding.
Stop. Cease. So yeah, there's a cool
This
piece of
is-
She-Ra. Over
Good
here's
actual
a
this left from the
cool
game.
piece of Homura.
Who's
So, yeah.
this?
So this is, I'm talking about like this art style with like texture. So I'm like, this is the artist that comes to the top of my head who does textury stuff. So this artist is not NNA on DeviantArt. I'm sure she has other social media. I just haven't bothered looking. Probably has an Instagram or something. I don't care. But yeah, like kind of this texture thing with like minimal line
social
art.
is that media?
We don't talk about that.
Why does Belle have a chainsaw?
You know what? I don't know, and I don't care to ask. I'm just gonna look at more of her fan art because her art is really good. So yeah, I'm just kind of showing off this texture thing. I love this texture. It's hard for me to articulate what it is I'm looking at, but it looks like just an extra kind of canvasy layer on top
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
has
say
different
a
colors in
canvas
it.
texture.
Yeah, it has different colors
Just
in
a
it.
canvas.
So
Or
like,
like a
there's
grunge.
like a grunge, like over here is like some real oranges, over here is like some maroons, and down here is like some browns, and like over here is some greens. Like there's subtle hints of other colors happening in it. And like, yeah, just her artwork is friggin' awesome.
Imagine picking a style and sticking to it. Could it be me?
Gonna be me. Absolutely not.
I mean, it probably took him a long time to come upon that style, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
really
so
making a gap at myself.
yeah, I personally have cultivated a list of artists I recommend studying based on the fact that they have unique art styles, and I don't know any other artist who draws like them. Not is one of them, but she's one of the looser ones on the list, actually. Because I follow some artists with some crazy unique art styles that I have not seen anywhere else whatsoever. Oh, this one's sick.
Then you could just copy them and profit.
Yeah, you can just copy them. Or you could just I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it. You should steal all of their artwork and put it through to an AI program and then have the AI vomit out stuff that kind of looks like their stuff.
Yeah, don't do
Yeah,
that.
okay, that was going too far.
Don't. Yeah, don't. This is a PSA on can you don't. Big can you don't on that one.
No more artistic integrity. It's gone.
Artistic integrity is gone. Dinner is gone.
You know, there's a fascinating song by Bo Burnham about something like that.
Oh gosh.
And the title of the song is called Art is Dead.
Art is dead. Couldn't agree more. Effing chat. So yeah, textury, unique art style, selective use of line art. Very, very cool art style. I love this artist. Like really good use of color. This is very nice.
You ever just wonder what you'd look like without any skin?
I don't have to wonder. What? What?
You just know.
Yeah, I just know. I'm pure energy, dude. I'm just a cosmic void.
The key is lack of thickness.
The lack of... It sounds like somebody's got a thickness. I mean, sorry. Thickness for the thickness. Never mind, I can't words good.
Alright, this joke basically came from earlier when I said that Vicky couldn't cosplay as Opera GX.
It feels like, she's
Iron Mouse, sorry, Iron Mouse.
Like, the only thing...
It was Iron Mouse. Vicky couldn't cosplay as
The only
Iron
thing
Mouse.
denser than her was like
I would cosplay Iron Mouse wonderfully, alright?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
I would look great. I would look adorable. If I had the
Okay.
cosplay budget,
If
I'd
Iron
go
Mouse
for it.
is,
You know,
if
she
Iron
made
Mouse
a
is
video
Satan, doesn't that mean
too,
she
right?
tempts herself?
You know, she made like a video on that, and Connor was like part of that thumbnail, and I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
What, about how she tempts herself? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Who goes there?
I get nervous when
Me.
people don't respond.
I'm like, oh no, my joke wasn't funny.
Did I hear that all the time? And I feel so bad when it doesn't land. But, like, it's really upsetting.
Just pity laugh, please.
It feels like I killed a conversation. Like, oh gosh, like that was
No,
so
you didn't.
bad.
No, you
Everyone wants to
didn't.
speak
No,
to anyone.
you're
anymore.
fine.
You're grand.
Don't you worry about
Don't
that.
you worry a diddly darn thing.
Grand, yeah, you're grand.
Am I a grand old flag?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Absolutely.
repeat that one more time for me.
I just realized what he thought I said.
I realized exactly what he thought you said. I know.
What's he
Clarify your statement.
Grand old flag.
Is that FLAG?
Say that 10 times
Yep.
fast.
Grand oldest flag,
Flag.
grand oldest flag, grand oldest flag.
Uh-oh.
Flag.
But don't fail at saying it 10 times fast on stream.
Wait, can you type through the words you say? Cause I'm getting some miscommunication.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Spell it.
Trying, it won't let me type.
Spell it.
Why won't it let me type?
Oh god.
FLAG.
Spell I cup, please.
Look down your shirt and spell attic, please.
Please, baby, try to remember.
There we go.
Grand old flag. There we go.
Okay. Thank you, because I was very concerned about the thing I thought you said.
Oh, we know what you thought. We know.
Just one day I'll just
Do
drop
you know
the worst
why I
one.
was concerned about it, though? Do you know why?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I absolutely figured out why.
Because the word
One
means
day I'll
man-
drop the worst word that you've got done seen. No one will be able to believe it.
You do not know the worst word I know.
Womp womp.
Oh, bye. Now that it's currently only it's 3:30. What is it? 1:20 past 3.
I agree.
I'm going to draw a human.
A human.
A human, huh?
Ah, a human in the underground.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Do-do-do.
There
might be do
it. Do it, coward.
Oh. He called me a coward. How could he?
This
Obviously, you
can't
have to.
stand.
Where is it? Oh, I made it more expensive. There we go. But like, I also switch around my sound alerts a lot because I want to encourage people to discover new ones, because people may not like scroll down as far to discover what else is here.
Still true.
You know how much I like my sound alerts a lot.
A lot.
Ow.
What?
Hey.
The plum started itching.
The what?
I ain't repeating what I said.
Okay.
There you
That
have
knows.
it. A perfectly good plumbus.
We don't talk about the plumbus.
The plumbus was itching, alright?
Plumbus. I learned today that I don't know muscles, and I should learn muscles.
Yeah, I mean, again, in high school, like, I crushed my bone test. I was like, I know my bones, but like in the muscle category, there was nothing. There's a
lot of them. Like the chart I'm looking at currently, I'm like, F you, that's way too many muscles.
There's too many muscles, 0 to 10. Human body's lame.
Why would God do this to our people?
Lucky for you, you're not required to know the names of all your muscles.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Only to know how the colleges that are what they do, basically. And how they
So to give you guys a short skinny, I'm currently in a life sculpture class. It's 1 week only.
Oh yeah.
And we are sculpting from a live model, and one of the rules is like you can only use anatomical terms when talking about the model. And I'm like, I don't know those. Like he's helping us out, but I'm like,
I know
like
the gluteus maximus, the biceps, the triceps, calf, quadriceps, traps, and that's it. Oh, the deltoids.
And I don't know where
education
any of
as
those
a
are located.
exam. Deltoids are your shoulders,
words are in the
biceps are the
Bible.
upper side of the arm.
Oh, okay, so the
triceps
deltoids
lower
are
side
the
of
things that
arm.
are in pain all the time. Got it.
Yeah, the traps are basically the part that connects to your shoulders to your neck, and then down the back. Quads are
It also plays some
upper
sick
leg.
music.
Calf are the lower leg. Quads are your buttocks, and abdomen, of course, abdominal muscles, which is your stomach. Pectorals, which is your chest.
There's arm muscles
that's all
and
I
leg
can
muscles, and that's all I know. The muscles exist.
What I'm trying to say. So what I'm trying to say is I'm assigning myself extra homework right now.
The teacher get the payback.
Sometimes you gotta assign yourself extra homework.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you mean this serious artistic anatomical study that I should have done years ago?
Yeah.
Rip.
My point is basically that I know most of the muscles groups because I did physical education in school.
School. In
In
school. Freaking fantastic. Exactly.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I gotta figure out a better way to
Oh.
sit though because my back is killing me. I've been
Amen.
standing. most
Oh,
of the
please,
day.
I want to send you a message, by the way, quickly. Hang on, I'm going to send you a message. I tell you some good news, but I don't want to sound stream.
Is it the good news you told me already?
Yes, and Vicky.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Your face is good news.
Excellent.
It is good news, though.
Oh,
It is good news. It is, like, being on no jokes right now, it is actually genuinely good news.
Yeah.
Yes.
glue, 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 glue.
Glue 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 Maximus. Something like that,
I
right?
mean, it's called the gluteus maximus. Like,
It's kinda
even that
gluteus.
is a silly name.
It's silly. I'm like, you guys couldn't come up with anything that was just not silly. You're just not capable of that. Get with it, scientists.
Anything can be silly if you say it with enough silly.
That's true.
It is case in point, Uranus.
It's just unfortunate.
You're English.
You say you're a nurse, and I'm like, you're right, I am.
Wow.
Good
Thank you.
job. Good job, Ernest. I'm pretty decent when I have a reference.
I'm pretty decent too. Hey! I make a passing grade.
There you go, Beast. I'll send you a message. No, so
The
happy about
crushing weight of
that.
always getting straight A's in art in high school, and then when you get to college, A's are really hard because everyone got A's in high school.
Yep.
Except me. I didn't go to
Well,
college.
I went to
okay, well,
college.
everyone
No,
who's
I
like
went
that.
to. I went to. Okay, for people don't know, I did go to
I
college.
went to
but I had
college.
to leave.
Everyone who's an art major got A's in high school in art.
My sister. Did not.
So now you have to like divide them further.
Defied.
Communism. I don't
Like,
know.
honestly, some of the classes where I worked my butt off the most, I was happy to have that B because I worked my butt off for it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Boost. Means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sounds really tired though.
Oh
He sounds so
yeah.
tired. Go to
My-
bed if you're tired, dude.
No, it's not late enough yet.
Okay, everybody, what's your
All
favorite
right.
bone and muscle?
What's my
Bone
favorite
and
what?
muscle. There's a joke if you
Bone
make it.
and or
make
muscle.
Bone and or muscle.
the
Low
Coccyx.
hanging fruit, dude.
Bone
Toxic.
and or muscle?
Yeah.
Coccyx
Patella.
and the gluteus maximus.
Patella.
Patella is the knee bone. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's my second favorite.
Lane.
Which knee
let's
though?
get the
The right knee.
Lances.
I'm also a huge fan of the sternum, not gonna lie.
I'm a huge fan of
I know
the
you are.
basically because of the name only.
Which one?
Well, what name is it?
Mhm.
The humorous.
The humorous. Yeah. That one's good. Like you that
It's very
that can't be a
funny
wrong
hit,
answer.
though, is it?
Yeah, does it make you go hee hee when you hear it?
Yours is never an incorrect answer.
It's very humorous, I'll tell you what.
Do you know the funny bone is actually a nerve, not a bone, and it's when you hit your weenus.
And
which is the bit of
weenus
the-
is
I kid you not.
hilarious.
Unfortunately.
So the weenus is genuine part of the body, and it's the skin at the end of the elbow.
I know.
I legitimately had somebody in class after we were told we could only use anatomical terms. She grabbed the little skin on her elbow and just started saying this was like an
Weenus.
older woman.
It's weenus.
It's the weenus. Obviously.
It's
anatomically correct.
The fact that she was like childish enough to be like hee hee.
Hee hee hee.
And she's like, or she's like my mom's age.
Oh wow. Okay, then that's really old.
That's fine.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
Vicky.
That's me.
Hello.
Hi, Shane. Do you need something?
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh. No, I forgot. Ha ha
I
ha.
forgot what I was gonna say.
But you have to sound really important while you're saying that, so.
I forgot
Mario.
what I was going to say. Oh, my jaw clicked.
Like your posh British
Oh
man
my
now.
god.
Dude, my jaw clicked like the loudest click when I did that.
I think I
Holy
might have
crap.
heard it. Crazy man.
That really hurt. I have like a headache now.
Alright, so something that really annoys me is when like my hip clicks.
Oh.
Like I just stand up and it's like, oh.
Ah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, the thing that has been bothering me the most lately has been my neck. Like, I will turn it in a totally normal fashion, and then suddenly it's like, ow!
I love how you went
Ah.
totally normal fashion.
It's
That
the
was
same thing
amazing.
like with me when it comes to my hip though. I'll just like stand up and it's like, oh, you know.
Oh yeah, that happens to me too. Lately it's been happening a lot, like, after I do the dishes. Like,
It's
I'm
every day,
standing
bro.
there in one, like, walk position, like, you know, for like 20 minutes while I do the dishes, and then I go to move, and it's just like, it must be the fact that I stood there stiff in one position for all that time, but it's just like, F you, dude.
The shuffling.
Suffer as I.
Wow, there's skills for finger drawing that are coming in handy right now. Who knew? No.
He
Throw
kind
off
of
my
laughs like
groove.
the AI guy from Will You Snail.
Will you snail?
Yeah, the laugh in that game is really funny.
Just the way the audio sounds gives me the good tingles.
ASMR.
Yes. I like it. You can buy you TV that's cheaper in Asda. You can get it for less than £1 if you steal it. Help me.
Help me. Don't you know I
Don't
shall
you forget about me. Don't
you forget about me.
Yeah, I'm losing
you
it.
stand above me. Hold my way or walk on by. Rain keeps falling, rain keeps falling. Down, down, down.
Forget to eat.
When you walk on down.
Did you say don't forget to eat?
Well, you call my name.
He's a very caring man.
Wow. Don't you forget to eat. It's fantastic.
Man.
He is a very caring man, I can confirm.
Yes.
Just normal men.
Just normal men. What do you mean, normal men?
Just innocent men.
What do you mean, men?
You mean innocent.
What do you mean, men?
It's just called Men.
Men.
Who's called men?
There's just a horror movie called Men.
Y'all
Look
seriously?
at that one. I saw the trailer for that. It was weird.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
I
if a feminist came up with that title, they're just like men.
I showed Vicky something today that she absolutely hated.
Ugh. We're just innocent men. That's right, Boats. We're just innocent men.
Vicky.
What?
Hello, Dave.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that from earlier? You
I try
repressed
not
already.
to.
Basically, there was this TV show in England back in like the early 2000s, late 90s called League of Gentlemen, and this, if you type in League of Gentlemen, hello Dave, it'll come up really creepy. This guy clearly doing blackface.
Like, yeah, it's that plus like a clown aesthetic, and
Yeah.
who thought that was a good idea? There's so many levels of terrible.
They purposely mix horror with comedy. It was purposely designed that way.
It's awful.
It's funny.
It's funny, I promise.
What I could do, I could play my PS5 while talking to you lot still, because I can just like hook up my headphones to my PS5. I am amazing. I figured that out the other day actually.
Yes, there are many things you can do with technology.
There's so many things you can do with a PS5, especially if you steal.
If you steal it.
So anyone interested? Hogwarts Legacy multiplayer mod is now out. Go get it.
Go get it before it gets canceled.
Yeah, by Warner Brothers. Oh,
By
not
Warner
Nintendo
Brothers.
though.
Yeah, but not
They're
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Yeah, otherwise
not
Nintendo
Nintendo.
would go out of their way to destroy it.
Warner Brothers doesn't like it, but
Been
they
out on
don't care.
Switch yet.
Wait, what about Twitch?
No, it's not even out on Switch yet.
Yeah, the game's not
No,
out on
there's
Switch
also,
yet.
There's also a multiplayer mod for it now.
Oh,
Then Nintendo will have a problem with it.
Yes, true.
I don't believe in the Switch. I'm sorry. It's the same problem I have with the Xbox Series. And I
I'm
believe the
sorry.
Switch. No, I have a problem with the
I
Switch
mean, it's
Lite.
real whether you believe it or not.
I have a problem with Switch Lite. That's my problem.
Oh yeah, the
It's
Switch
like-
Lite is
Oh,
terrible.
yeah.
It's the Series S problem again. It's like, why make a weaker version of something that's good already? Like, what's the point? Well, it's cheaper.
well,
Screw
in
you.
Switch's case, why make a
In the
weaker
long term, it's
version
gonna
of
be more
something that's
expensive.
weak already?
Exactly. They need to come out
Let
with
me
a second
tell
one
ya.
already. Come on.
Tears of the Kingdom isn't optimized for its own console. It lags.
It does lag so much.
They need a
I
more
thought it was just
Dude,
me.
the Steam Deck exists. We have proof. Oh my god, it's getting bright outside. We have proof that the technology is already there. So why not just make a second one and then sell it to the same people who bought the first one?
Amen, brother.
My point is, Nintendo needs to get a better business practice and stop being run by old Japanese men.
My point is, Nintendo isn't good at anything except for like making first-party games.
Making mediocre games.
Yeah.
Yeah, sue me, I said it.
No, you're right.
No, okay, so my general opinion. Okay, this is just my opinion. I'm saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right at all. I'm not saying anyone else is wrong. I just personally think that most of the games they make are mediocre.
That's fine.
Probably.
I mean, I'm pretty burnt out on like Mario and Zelda anymore.
Yeah,
But like, I'm still gonna defend like the good old N64 and GameCube era games.
that's fine because they like pioneered like modern, like they pioneered the future of gaming, so that's fine. But I think nowadays is just Nintendo's become a card company. Guess what it was?
You were better when you were a card game company.
Yeah.
They stopped
You were
producing their
better
own
about 100 years before I was born.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You know, when Jack the Ripper was active.
Oof.
My hero, Jack the Ripper.
Oh
I'll
gosh.
say that.
My hero.
Wow. Where we're going?
I don't
My
know.
favorite personal hero is.
I need a hero.
What do I have as a hero? I don't actually have anyone. I'm trying to catch it, but like I'm trying to think like of a historical person that I have as a hero. The joke I want to make is too easy and not safe for stream, so I'm not gonna make the joke.
Yep.
I
Low
think we
hanging
all know who
fruit.
I was.
Give me something better than that low hanging fruit, my friend. Come on, come on. Give me that creativity. Name a woman.
Winston Churchill. Oh. Margaret Thatcher! Margaret Thatcher!
Name a
Margaret
woman.
Thatcher! Margaret Thatcher!
Sweet.
Lorena Bobbitt.
What's the name of woman bit from again?
I don't remember what it's from, but it's about like,
Is it
you
an
know.
Eric Andre bit?
No, oh, I think you would know if it was an Eric
What are we
Andre
talking
bit.
about?
Okay, the name a woman thing. It's like, you know, one of those things where like, oh, we go on like, you know, the streets of New York with a microphone and a camera and we like ask people random questions. So the point was people can't comprehend basic questions when they're under stress. So they put the person under stress and then just yelled, name a woman. And then they're so stressed that they can't do that simple thing.
Name a female
So
famous
brilliant.
chef.
Well, not even that.
Betty
Name a
Crocker.
woman.
Wow.
Does that count?
My immediate thought goes to Harriet Berry, but like that's she's more of a baker.
Jeremy
but yeah.
Baramy.
Jeremy Baramy.
Ernest knows what a
I don't
Jeremy
know.
Baramy is.
Yeah.
Think Doctor Who's time logic, but way dumber. It's called a Jeremy Baramy.
You know, Jeremy Barron.
You know, Jeremy
Yeah,
Baramy.
that's one.
Ooh, baby. Okay.
It's nearly 4 a.m. now. Bedtime yet?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
No.
Nope.
Aki wants me here, so I will stay here.
Yeah, you're
I mean,
legally
I was-
obligated to stay.
I'm just making a joke. I mean, you go do what you want. I do enjoy talking to you, though, especially because it's been a few days. I don't know. I'm just really sassy right now.
She's
and
got
I'm
that
glad I have an
sass.
audience for my sass.
She's sassy.
She's got that sass, though.
It is all good. We all like sassy women, I think.
Yeah.
Peach doesn't, because he likes Vicky. I'm calling you out sassy, Vicky.
Am I too sassy?
No, you're not sassy enough.
Oh, I'm not sassy enough. Okay, I just wanted to know what the consensus
Oh.
was.
Bring out the sass, Vicky. Do not let your sass be challenged.
I know Vicky's VTube looks like she's falling asleep.
That's because the tracking has a hard time seeing that my eyes are open. And I think I should just adjust the blink sensitivity so it quits doing that.
Yeah, I might do that, man.
Please, because like there's some streams where my eyes are like constantly closed.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because I'm like
I was
looking down.
What have I just watched?
WTF did I just watch? A cartoon on the internet.
IGN votes Miles Morales their favorite Spider-Verse Spider-Man. I don't like Miles Morales. Just saying.
Well, that's your opinion.
I like him okay.
Yeah. He's okay. I don't think he's bad, but I mean, they're a better Spider-Man.
Kind of sounds like you're saying he's bad.
He's not bad.
Can't worm your way out of this one.
Ah, yes, it is I.
wouldn't
The
even
person
say
who
he's
hates Miles
good. I
Morales.
think he's good.
He's good, but he's not the best Spider-Man. Peter Parker will always be my Spider-Man.
Hashtag not my Spider-Man.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Well, kind of sounds like you did.
Yeah, we all know who the best Peter Parker is too.
Is it Penny Parker?
It is Tobey Maguire.
Oh,
No, it's Marvel.
that's what you
It's
meant.
Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4.
No. Tobey Maguire is the best one.
That was 28 when he played that. When he played 15-year-old. I found the meme. I've been looking for.
Yeah, in No Way Home, like the theater like made a little bit of noise for Andrew Garfield, and when Tobey Maguire appeared on screen, the whole audience was erupted with "Pizza time!"
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, we had a big talk about this last stream. I'm gonna get blatantly bullied for this by Beast and introvert evident enough, but I don't really like, unironically like.
Andrew Garfield.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you've told me you like it, and I'm like, interesting choice, but okay.
I think he was done dirty by the writing. That's the problem. Also, they just wanted to cash grab. That was the problem Sony had. If they made a better film, took more time, it could have been better.
Yeah, if they just, made a better film.
He was definitely a better character than all of the villains in all of his movies.
Yes. Also, the Tobey Maguire's villains are better, except maybe Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin. That kind of sucked.
Well, Spider-Man 3 was just kind of a mess in general.
I like Spider-Man 3. I will die on this hill.
I adore it.
I don't care what anyone says. I think Spider-Man 3 is great.
They told Sam Raimi that he could only do one more movie when he had like 3 more movies lined up, so he crammed all 3 villains in the same movie.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what happened?
Not exactly, but something like that.
Favorite Spider-Man villain, go.
Okay, but that's kind of part of why I like it, is that there's too much going on in the film, so I really liked it.
Alright, say again, introvert.
Okay.
Big wheel.
Okay. Alright, my new favorite Spider-Man villain is the Spot.
Reminder, no spoilers. No spoilers for the new one.
There is a character in the movie. You can see his name in the IMDb credits. It's a spoiler that he's there.
Isn't he in the trailer? I mean, come on.
Well, some people haven't seen
the
trailer.
Movie for like 3 hours.
I haven't seen anything about the new movie whatsoever.
That's why I'm trying to shush.
I don't care. I watched the first one eventually.
There at the very beginning, and he's in the movie for like 3 hours.
Oh, speaking of Spider-Man, hang on.
Oh,
Speaking of Spider-Man, I just saw the Facebook. Go look at the Snapchat.
That is an evil laugh.
You go look at Snapchat right now.
Hang on. I'm just trying to figure out why this. Oh my gosh.
No, bye, Aki.
Why did this get messed up?
What's with these homies? This is my style.
I forgot that. Dome.
Dome.
Beast, do it!
Oof.
Where'd he go?
Huh?
Yuck.
Well, I should do the Dome thing.
Oh.
What?
Dame dame, dame ho, dame ho.
Amazing.
I don't know the next words. Suki de.
I missed that meme. It was funny.
Yeah, I missed that meme too. We should bring it back.
Is it from Yakuza?
Yeah, I believe it's from Yakuza.
Yeah.
I got Yakuza 0 while it was on sale. I'm like, I gotta play a Yakuza game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, FromSoft games have made me a huge snob because I hate that game. I really tried to like it. I really did. But it's like bad.
Rip.
And a lot of other people who haven't played a FromSoft game before would probably say it's pretty good. But to that I say, enemies don't telegraph their attacks. They just hit you whenever they feel like it, and you can't react. How is that a game?
I mean, that's essentially Bloodborne. Try to trigger people again.
It's just a beat 'em up game where you mash the attack button, and there's no rhyme or reason to the flow of combat like at all. This stuff just kind of happens at random.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Like, I've played other beat 'em up games like Bayonetta where you can see the enemies reeling back, and there's a dodge button so you can like evade at least. It's still about like just memorizing combos and being like XX, Y, XX or whatever. Do whatever combos. And that's the whole thing of it. But like in Yakuza, like nothing telegraphs anything. You just get hit by whatever enemy at like random, and their attacks come out instantly, and they don't telegraph it at all. They just do it, and I'm like, why? Why is this a game?
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
I'm about to dip out. It was nice seeing you all, and let's be on stream, but I'm going to leave now.
Dip.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Alright, see you later.
Bye.
big dip.
You beast. I see you, lads.
Well, I'll see you together at the same time. Heckin'. Alright, which one do I want here? This one.
Still trying to beat the first boss in Lies of P.
It's called Lies of P. How's the stream going, Vicky? It's going, I guess.
Lie in P.
We're gonna lie in P. Video game called Lies of P. Don't look at me, dude. Oh, the glyph.
The glyph.
The glyph. Yes. Yes. Colors are hard. I gotta hydrate so much. My throat is so tickly today. I'm running out of water. It's not great.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
That means I'll have to, like, get up and get more.
What an ultimately underwhelming boss.
Really?
I really like the Cube Man.
The Cube Man. I liked the ice boss. That was fun.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
Game?
Tears?
Yeah, the ice boss.
Yeah.
Are you talking about ice tablets?
No, the ice boss. Like, it was made of ice. In the bird temple. Whatever the bird temple is called. Wind temple.
Talking about the Colgera.
Colgera. Yeah, the one that sounds like a toothpaste.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, yeah, I'm about halfway through the Wind Temple right now.
Yeah. TLDR, I think I discovered the correct way you're supposed to fight it, and then Anki's like, oh. She's like, I think I did it wrong. I made it way harder for myself. I'm like, yeah, that happens. I guarantee the majority of my playthrough so far has been me doing the game incorrectly and making it harder for myself. So at least I had a win on that one.
Fine. Either way, you're still doing it, and doing it the hard way gets you more skill experience.
But what if I have the skill issue?
Then you get the skill experience.
Wowie!
That's what I'm saying.
Rary!
You're like freaking jump starting your skill increase at the game.
Skill increase.
Item.
Get item!
I mean, I was thinking about when you fought that flux capacitor thing. The big old blocky guy.
Oh, yeah.
And the first time you took a while, but the second time you just absolutely just destroyed him.
Yeah, because I did learn better how to handle him.
Yeah, you got the skills, and you got the skills to pay the bills.
No, I don't.
You did?
I don't got nothing, bro.
Acquired fire.
What? Acquire? What?
You acquired the
Oh,
sire.
I acquire the sire.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, stretch. Stretch. Stretch.
Do them big stretches.
Oh, do a stretch. Oh, do a stretch. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Made me a little dizzy there. Okay, so I guess that's it. That's Lilith.
Yay!
Yay, Lilith. My dark academia aunt.
I just beat that boss
Did
by
the
the
coloring
skin of my
stayed
teeth.
really fast.
Oh yeah, I did the coloring pretty quickly.
Well, you always do. You
Yeah.
freaking at it.
Yeah, it's the line art that takes me a billion years, which is part of why I like doing like textured line arts, because then I don't feel as much pressure to make it super perfect, because the intentional imperfections baked into it makes it feel more loose and stuff. With that said, this line art I still spent way too much time on because I was trying to make it so perfect. And I'm like, oh no, Lilith is rubbing off on me. I'm becoming a perfectionist. Oh no. But yeah, there's Lilith. Save as PNG. Not Pixar. Actually, I don't know what PXR stands for. I just know it's something I click on frequently by accident because it's right next to PNG. Oh, on my file types list. Come on, Ram, you can do it.
You can do it. Nothing to it.
Yeah, see, saving it as a PNG uses up the RAM a lot. And my Photoshop has been pretty slow today. So I made sure I closed out a bunch of programs. And my storage space isn't in the red right now. But I could use, like, deleting a bunch of stuff I don't need right now. It's like I download VODs and then I have to make sure I upload those VODs and then have the security that those VODs are uploaded for like a week before I delete them off my computer. I don't know, I'm just really nervous about my files and making sure I don't lose anything important. It is still rendering the PNG. It does not normally take this long. Still rendering. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It does not usually take this long. Uh-oh. Oh, it's done. Okay. Got concerned there for a sec. Okay.
Yeah.
Lilith. Here's the original Lilith sketch again. And then definitely an improvement. Because again, like my Lilith, like all of my sketches I do from memory, and definitely like her bangs and her sideburns I made like way too fluffy and curly. And I'm like, yeah, just my admiration for my sister is coming out here. Just like, I see a lot of my sister in Lilith. And I'm like, no, that's not what Lilith looks like. And to be fair, at the end of the day, I still exaggerated some of the features because that's what I find cute. Fight me.
Yeah.
I still made her hair thicker and fluffier and curlier. I was just like, I mean, that was one of my favorite things about like season 2 Lilith, is that she started to let her hair curl again. And like that just says a lot about her character growth of not trying to be so perfectionist all the time. She's trying to let loose a little bit. She's still like very stiff. Like she's very uptight still, but letting her hair get back to the natural curl, I think was like really great. I think that says a lot about her. I like it.
Freaking, that seems to be like a lot of characters. Character growth is letting their hair curl.
And like, it's not just about like the hair curling. It's also that Lilith's natural hair color is not this dark blue. Like she's got bright red hair naturally. So that's like something they let loose a little bit. I'm sure if they had more time, if Disney let them have more time, she could have had a lot more screen time with that. But yeah, she also, I guess I wouldn't say let her hair go back to her natural color. It was just there were circumstances where if she wanted to dye it, she couldn't. But still, I liked the development of like, you know, she's letting her hair get curly again, and then also having her natural hair color come out again was like a really nice touch of like, you know, letting herself be herself instead of fixating on trying to be perfect all the time. And I like that. Okay, so back to, let's see, I don't need this anymore.
Back to whatever this is.
And I don't need that anymore. And we can go back to Amity because how long have I been going? Not long enough, certainly. I've been going for less than 3 hours. I need to go more than that.
Only if you want to.
I mean, I want to hang out with you.
We don't have to be on stream to do that.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. What do you want to do?
I was gonna say I'll hang out with you, Sweetie Pie.
Yeah, you want to like, you want to like do VRC or something? Or something?
Might be a little late for VRC actually.
That's why I said or something. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to?
I don't know. I'm tired.
I don't know. I'm tired.
Exhausted.
Okay. I'm just throwing out suggestions, and if everybody's so some suggestions, I'm willing to listen to suggestions. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. We could probably talk about that after the stream though, if you know, whenever.
Yeah, if you want to like get crazy. You know, get a little freaky. Whatever that might entail. Just adjusting a teensy bit more on Amity, and then I'll call that good. Because I like having a little bit more space between doing the sketch and the line art to make sure I'm satisfied with what I have. Image rotation.
Amity has a huge forehead.
I know, like... Okay, so I'm looking at... Let me pull up just a bunch of these. So a bunch of... Actually, let me do it this way. Not references, my drawings so far.
Oh,
Pictures. Art. Towel house. Towel house. Yeah, in case you get a little damp. Oops, wrong thing. Come on.
Not a howl.
Wrong thing. Come on, what the frick?
Owl house in the middle of owl house.
Owl house in the middle of owl house. Anyway, I mostly noticed this with my drawing of Ida, but it, oh yeah, it also definitely goes with like Hunter as well. And I noticed it with Luce. Basically, I draw faces on the head a lot bigger than what they canonically look like on model. I just draw the faces really big. So like for Luce, there's no eyebrows. There was no room for her eyebrows because I drew the face so big on the head. Hunter kind of became noticeable. Like it kind of bugs me that I exaggerated it a bit, but I'm like, yeah, but I like it. I like over-exaggerated, like, you know, large facial features because the face is so important. I want to be able to see it. But yeah, this is way bigger than it would be on model. And then same thing with Ida. Like already as it is, I feel like Ida's face isn't big enough on the head. But on model, the face would be smaller. The facial features are actually smaller. And I'm like, really? And it's like, I don't got room to draw nothing. Yeah, there's
that mistake was yours.
That mistake was yours.
That was his mistake.
Yeah, I like how Willow came out.
Yeah.
Some of them came out better than others.
Yeah. They all came out pretty nicely though.
Thank you. Don't worry about it. What? Don't worry about it.
Just Almost like you're just talking to no one.
Don't worry about it.
I do.
Don't worry about
I
it.
always worry about you.
Yeah. Huh. What the heck? Why is the liner on Willow so thin? I had the same brush size. Now, if I made a mistake in, like, resolution, then the liner would be too big. But it's thinner. Now I'm confused. Why is the liner on Willow so small? I mean, I'm not gonna go fix that or anything, because that would take forever. And liner is my least favorite part of the art thing to do, but... Also, after doing all of my coloring on Lilith, low-key annoyed that I have that Owl House has two characters whose palettes are so similar. We have dark hair with like some green in the outfit, and then we've got dark hair and then green in the outfit. Also dark hair with like a stripe of a different color. And for both of these characters, they got the extra stripe in season 2, and these are all season 2 outfits and iterations, and they both have glasses, and I'm like, frick. But that's not on me. That's the character designers. And I'm only like just kind of noticing that as of today while I was coloring this. I'm like, I feel like I'm doing Willow again. Dark hair, stripe in the hair, glasses, some green in the outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fantastic color palette. I'm not knocking it or anything, but like, the character designs are great, but I'm like, maybe these were a little too similar, but don't look at me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Anyway, so there's my Owl House set so far. And yeah, I'm working on Amity next, and let me just kind of look at what I got here for who's left. I already told James this the other day because I've complained on stream before. I will not get on my soapbox today, but Gust will be drawn last for reasons. Hootie, not sure if I'm going to do... No, I need to do Hootie. I just think I need a better idea for how to draw Hootie. Bellows will be resketched entirely. These are terrible. Rain, I gotta do Rain. I love Darius, but he might not make it to AO. Ed and M probably won't make it to AO. Collector is a maybe. V probably not. V's probably not gonna make it to AO. So definitely finishing Amity. Oh my gosh, anime. My favorite anime is Amity. So yeah, I definitely gotta finish Amity here. Yeah, she would love anime. Like, if I didn't have a button of Amity, I know people would riot. Like, this one's got to be finished. But look, the sketch is done. She'll be getting done. Let's see. I can see some people giving me guff for not having Hootie, but I can also see that one sliding. Bellows can slide. Yeah. Like, pretty much all these other ones can get away with not being done by AO, but I'm going to get done as many as I can. So the next priority one is going to be Rain, and then maybe Collector, and then maybe Ed and M, probably in that order. I'll just get them done as I can. And then when I get them all done, then I can have them like in a nice collage and make that a print. It's like, that's kind of what I wanted to do, was get all of these done so I could have the print ready by the convention, but that's probably not going to happen, and I'm not going to force it, because crunch time is not good for you. In fact, I would dare say it's bad for you.
I think you're right.
OMG, I think you're right. But yeah, I'm like, I finished the sketch of this. I finished coloring this. I'm like done. So I'm gonna call it good here. It's like I want to do other things, and I want to hang out with my boys. I don't know what that hanging out will entail, but we'll make some kind of magic happen. I also have to tinkle again because I've been hydrating so much. Hydrating has been happening. All right, save that. Saving that. Making sure they're all saved. Okay. Yep, that's it. And I'm not gonna bother reading. I just want to like go. All right, night everybody. Love your heart.
Night everybody.
Everybody, Everybody. 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 See ya. Yeah. Nudge these over.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hungry?
What?
Say yeah.
Yes. I was adjusting these, because why not? Yes. Alright, night night, you scallywags. Make sure you drink water or whatever.
Does Tuno have places where you can buy arrows? I don't think so, actually.
I know Kakariko Village does because of Lonely Arrow Girl. Anyway, good night.